Hey y'all. Let me make sure. Okay. Oh no. Let me get the shit. Let me do the thing. Let me do the thing. Okay. So I got you guys. Let me do this. Don't get the spam. I'm setting up music too. I kind of like starting up with music. Okay. So I'm gonna start this live off by, after this one is done, I want all of you guys, if and as you can, to comment on this and just give me your various ideas on what you guys want with memberships, because I really think I might just get rid of that $1.99 tier and get that high vibrational music, girl, period. This live now, I made it. Yeah, girl. Once this is done, please, like, it doesn't matter if you used to be a member, if you're even like a newer subscriber or whatever, please let me know what you guys want with memberships, because it looks like by me putting on subscribers mode really helps with all that random ass spam that was happening. And so I'm down. So this is going to be a very exciting live stream. Bitch, I came across a fucking old ass receipt. Okay. And I'm going to start out with this because this is actually a part of what happened when I left last year. In fact, this went along with my order of protection and the charges, because this was leading up to the event. So I'm going to read this. And I'm going to like, you know, can't really, you know, this is not StreamYard, so I can't like put it on the screen like that or whatever, but whatever, we can go old school YouTuber. So we gonna go over this damn receipt as like a way to like rally up for the receipts video, since it is taking me a while to edit or whatever. So yeah, okay. So first, like, please let me know what y'all want me to do with memberships, because a girl is like, I'm really about ready to dump the whole thing and just keep the emoji tier, honestly. Unless you guys have different plans or ideas, let me know what you want. So comment on that, then we're gonna go over this receipt. And bitch, like, tell me why when I got done doing my little work earlier or whatever, girl, I was scrolling on the TikTok and I came across that girl, what's her name? Kendra, who fell in love with her psychiatrist, bitch, and I only to like chapter 7 of her story, and I saw somebody laugh. I saw the laugh reaction, bitch, is that real? And then I can't stand TikTok. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with the TikTok. First of all, it's like, bitch, I need me a long, drawn-out video. I need me, like, that's why I love, like, you know, YouTubers, because I'm one of those people, if I come across like a controversy or like a drama or something online, I need me a good, sensible YouTuber who gonna sit there like Obese to Beast style and break that shit down for like an hour and go over it and explain and give me like some timestamps with some receipts or whatever. I like long vids too. Yes, TikTok lacks context. Girl, because it's like you fall down the rabbit hole on TikTok, and then the next thing you know, because TikTok is it's so fast paced and like it's giving very much ADHD because it's so short style. So it's like one person will do one short style video, and then so many people will pile on that one video, and they're all short style, and then I'm just like, so what happened? So it just is like very easy to get lost like down the rabbit holes, girl, and I just like whatever. Also, do y'all like my makeup? So when I got back from Starbucks and like hopped on the Zoom and did my little editing or whatever, I did this makeup look. So this is like a kind of a go-to fresh look that I do. This look only takes me 10 minutes. And literally, like, y'all see how like I put on a little bit of my blush and just like a slight little bit of eyeliner or whatever. Girl, because as long as I look camera ready, like as long as I look, you know, good for like, you know, Zoom or whatever, I'm straight. And it makes me look more awake than what I even am. Love your hoodie. Thank you, my little rock and roll hoodie. Thank you. Thank you, boo. But yeah, girl, oh, I'm excited for this fucking stream. Bitch, so this is the thing, like, you know, I'm working on the receipts video and everything. I've been going through my stuff because this kind of causes me back to like go through like some of my files and stuff. Because like a lot of stuff I have screenshotted, like obviously some things went along with the, you know, past orders of protection and all that shit. And so it's like, and it's been a lot that has transpired like in the last year. And you gorgeous girly. Oh, thank you. I say camera ready too. Girl, just look camera ready. That's one thing that COVID taught me. You need to figure out how to be camera ready. I know back in 2020, like, you know, when COVID was happening and I was like my like YouTuber like shit, I was all about the glam and switching out wigs, and that was fun for YouTube and stuff, and that was like more in place. But bitch, like when it comes to this like being ready for those Zoom meetings, like just look alive, girl. Look awake and alive, girl. Like, girl, so I just be, you know, throwing a little makeup on, looking casual, happy, like, hey, yeah, I'll take care of this document. Yeah, for sure. I'll have it back by this time. Da, 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 da. For sure. And then just go and vibe, you know, and then dip. I mentioned earlier, also, when I played back a little bit of my live earlier, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that my, like, AC thing was, like, half of that live stream, it's like, like, half of that live stream is like, and I'm just like, Lord. And y'all are so sweet. Y'all was just like listening, ain't saying nothing, chill. For sure, yeah. Not gonna lie, you do be looking good. Thank you. But yeah, just like do my shit or whatever. So I had a really great day. Like I had my Starbucks. I got back here like right at like 10:15, you know, 8 or whatever, showered, did my 10-minute makeup, and I was ready by like 10:45. And I was like, yes, you will never catch me slacking. I be doing that sometimes when court be on Zoom too, because like a lot of times they just do the status hearings like on Zoom for court. And girl, the way I will throw me together a quick look, because sometimes court be early, and I'm just like, girl, let me get it together so I can, you know, hey, I totally had my Starbucks this morning. I'm good. One of the mornings they called me lacking. I didn't even get my Starbucks yet. I was like, And then after the damn status hearing, I zoomed to the Starbucks. So I was just like, okay, I guess we'll see. Those like status hearings, sometimes they just like prolong stuff. It's like they'll last for 10 minutes just to go over the same shit in a month, you know, or whatever. So that's another reason why I'm excited for the 26th to have actual shit go down, because it takes a while in court. But okay. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you guys go ahead and let me know, please, if you watch this back, whether you're an old member or whatever it is, please let me know what your ideas are for memberships and what you guys would want me to do for them, because I'm about to yeet that $1.99 tier. I honestly am tempted to like yeet both and start over, because to be honest, I can kind of make new emojis, because low key, like, I'm just living in my frequency and I'm just like enjoying this shit. Bitch, I'm sorry, but I kind of think that like never to be seen or heard from again needs to be a fucking meme with shades. Cause I could totally like a Photoshop thing with like, you know, a diva with like some big ass shades, and it says never to be seen or heard from again. Like, because it's just preposterous. And so it's like, y'all know how I make my jokes or whatever when I'm exposing and shit. And since I guess this is my last hurrah or whatever, and now, you know, that I'm not fighting daily battles, you know, with randoms on the internet, and this is actually just like doing an exposure to not only have my back, but to, you know, show you all what's been going on or whatever, we might as well fucking have fun, man. So I think I might yeet both tiers, make a basic emoji tier, and add some new ones. Yes, we need those shades. We here for the AC content. Girl, it was so bad in the last stream, and ain't nobody say nothing but Edna. And I'm like, I know y'all so sweet and polite, but I couldn't even hear my ass. And then I'm all sleepy. I got my like little morning sleepy voice, right? And so I'm just like, well, because like everything I'm saying goes in and out, and it's so fucked up because I was like talking about mindset. I'm over here talking about like, you know, how to formulate your own affirmations by asking yourself questions about certain situations. And I'm like, God damn. Now I gotta work twice as hard on Traumatized Girly just to get y'all the point. But that's all right. So we're gonna go over this fucking receipt, bitch, and I'm gonna tell you guys what happened, the backstory, because this right here, this receipt right here went along with my order of protection. Okay. When I first, like, when he was arrested and everything, and I left and all that, and at the time pressed the charges. So this receipt is about a year old or whatever, but it's insane. I came across this and everything. Ooh, bitch. And like, this was actually, so I was like prepping receipts. I was already prepping receipts. I was already preparing, and you'll see. And then after this, we're going to talk about that Kendra and her psychiatrist mess. Girl, because I have thoughts. Mind you, I only left off on number 7. And like, if you guys have your thoughts about the psychiatrist tea, I have my thoughts. Now, they might not be popular. Okay, I'm just going to say that, all right? So already get ready to cancel me to say some old shit that y'all might not agree with. But, girl, I fell down that rabbit hole. And you know what's crazy? Because it's a lot of jokes about her on the For You page. So people are kind of like making like memes of the whole psychiatrist tea. And like people are like, ooh, I fell in love with my Uber driver, or I fell in love with like my barista. And I think that's one of the ones I saw earlier. And I'm thinking, what happened? I heard about it, but I don't know the story. Girl, I only left off on chapter 7 of the actual girl. Her name is Kendra. And so if you type in on TikTok, Kendra psychiatrist, all her bullshit comes up. It's a 19-part story. Also, it's like, don't you think it's so crazy how people are trying to copy off Risa Tisa? Because Risa Tisa is like, and she was the black woman who came out with the Who the Fuck Did I Marry? And I feel like ever since Risa Tisa came out with her fabulous self and gave all the tea, now the whole TikTok want to copy her and be like, ooh, I got me a story too. It's like, girl, but there's only one Risa, child. I was watching Risa when I was pregnant, girl. I was watching her when I was pregnant, and I still follow her. She just came to Chicago to visit. I be leaving her comments and stuff and telling her, like, because she be asking about, like, where to eat and stuff. I'm like, ooh, girl, you need to be going to Pizzeria Uno and Due and stuff. And I need a friend who got with her therapist. No. Nah, I'll kind of summary on YouTube. Please do find a summary on YouTube. Kendra and her psychiatrist. And if you do, Edna, let me know. And you already know how we like it, because I saw that you said you like the long videos too. So you already know how we like it. Long form, chapters, timestamps, screenshots, little fucking captions that describe, background shit. I need all of that because I have my thoughts on this. Messy. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of messy, but like, it's parodies like of this shit, right? And so y'all know my Starbucks loving ass. I saw a girl do I fell in love with my barista, and I'm like, yeah, I love my baristas too. Hell yeah. But y'all know I don't get the joke. I be late as fuck to everything. And so I'm just like, ooh, I'm with this joke. Like, ooh, yeah, I can talk about the barista. And now the whole time that's a whole fucking meme of some whole other shit. And I'm like, oh, damn. So like I fell down the rabbit hole because when you see certain videos, especially if they're popular, the trending topic that they're assigned to on TikTok or whatever will be right there. So like, okay, even though this girl is like, I fell in love with my barista, right? there was like a little, you know, it's a little caption that you click on. It's like all highlighted, and when you click on it, it'll show you the actual bullshit, and it'll say Kendra in love with psychiatrists, right? So I click on that shit, and then I see her, and then she starts off every single video like, I fell in love with my psychiatrist and he kept me for 4 years. And I was just like, okay. And then she goes into like all that tea, but girl, let's break the tea up. Oh, well, I don't know if I need all that. Well, girl, I need all of that. I need all of that. I need all those breakdowns, girl. I need all of that. Okay, so you guys remember when I told you all about when I I love this shit. I love it all so much. Yes, I'm going to expose you with so many receipts, sir. I am so excited. This is like one of my favorite activities. Yes, okay. So you guys remember when I told you all that the night I left my ex, he came in drunk that night late, right? And OMG, I found one and it said it's 3 hours long. That's the one I need. That's the video. That's the link. Can you please drop it, Edna, for me? Please. Can you please drop that? That's for me. That's what I'll be falling asleep to tonight, so I can have some type of comprehension. Thank you. Thank you. Because whoever that is, they got all the tea and they worked hard. And you know what? Even though I got, you know, premium or whatever, I might even rewind a couple parts so that person can get double paid, okay? That's the shit I need, because ain't no way I'm about to be sitting through a bunch of fucking 8 million TikToks getting confused. We too old for out of context shit now, girl. 3 hours, girl, what? Let me know. Link. Yes, girl. Okay, so you guys remember when I told you all, can you see the link? No. God damn it, do I have you guys? Let me see. I hope I normally guys be able to link stuff in chat. She can't drop the link? What's the YouTuber's name? Just drop the name of the YouTuber and I'll find them, and I'll type in Kendra. I'll comment on your community page. Okay, baby. I have to be a mod for the chat. Oh, for real? Let me know if you're able to comment on my community tab. Because if even that doesn't work, I'll mod you. And I'll let you keep your wrench. I just, like, girl, I mean, I know you have your channel. And I do like how you run your channel and stuff. But if I mod you, and if you ever decide to just, you know, flip on me and expose me and drag me and talk about the wig, all I ask is just for a courtesy notification. Can you at least let me know before you do it? So I could just take your wrench and we could go our separate ways. It ain't gotta turn into this fucking rogue mod bullshit that I used to deal with. That's all I ask now. I just would like a courtesy message before any of you guys go on your fucking weird ass campaigns. Like, girl, leave the wig alone. It's like, you know, y'all know how it was when I used to mod, you know, some of everybody, and then people started channels and LOL, I just commented, okay, Edna, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Y'all know how it used to be when I used to Lord Rock. Y'all know how that used to be. It's like if that is your desire, honey, I can't battle with y'all, okay? I love y'all so much. Y'all, we're all one community, whether you believe it or not. And I do believe that you can manifest whatever reality that you want to live in. But just know that whether you watch me all day or not, and decide to hate me so much every day or not, We are all still one community, okay? So all I ask is for a courtesy message before you cancel me so fucking much and hate me so much and talk about the wig and turn it upside down and say, you know, Callie's fucking sink wig or some shit. I don't take nothing like that. I don't take nothing like that seriously. I'm just saying, girl. And you know we've seen it on this channel before, girl. You know we've seen it. So that's, I mean, now that I'm back in this era, for however long this era lasts, for however long I feel these streams need to be up and the receipt video needs to be up in regards to this whole court shit and, you know, crazy dumbass Tasmanian Devil X or whatever. Let's just enjoy this timeline while we're in it, in peace, love, and harmony as a community, regardless of what our views are, and just enjoy the time while we have it, because y'all know I'm not going to be sitting here doing this forever. This is very temporary. I'm having my back or whatever. But girl, at some point we're going to have to hang it up. But just let's enjoy it, you know, as we can, because I've been enjoying myself too. So yeah, rogue mods are wild, LMAO. I'd have all the trust issues. It happens. It's just a part of being a public person. You know what I mean? It's just a part of the gig. My only thing is just give me a courtesy message. You know, just let me know, hey bitch, I have decided that I hate you so much. And on this evening, I am going to start my YouTube channel. I am going to call you all out your fucking name. I am going to fabricate all of the receipts. And I am going to drag you for the next, 10 years. Amazing. Enjoy your frequency. Thank you for letting me know. She said Sunburst Tarot, is it? Oh, Sunburst Tarot? Sunburst Tarot is the person who is that the person who did the Kendra video? For real? I have decided I hate you so much. Girl, right? Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and listen to this. So you guys know when I told you all about the night I left my ex, remember I told you all we started arguing that night, and the argument carried on until the following morning. Bro even took off work to continue arguing because he sensed that I was prepping to leave and starting to kind of tell people about what was going on. Plus, that morning, he had already, threatened me and shit, and, we were already, getting kind of bad or whatever. So I was already, whatever. So he had taken off that next morning from work to continue arguing. But this happened that night. When that's crazy. Yeah. He took time off work just to argue, bruh. Yes. And threatened my life because, that was more important. That was more important than making a check that day. All right. Just to get arrested. He's petty. Just to end up getting arrested and having charges pressed. And he was held for a couple days. Yeah. And then when the charges and stuff were processing and everything, that shit lasted all the way up until early to mid-November. And I dropped him for the holidays and bop. But yeah, that little case. And then he caught a side charge too because he had an extended clip, and those are illegal. Right? So, girl, he had caught that little side felony charge or whatever. So he was in court for a bunch of shit. And I didn't even know he had that shit. Child, please. So, determined when they take good qualities and make them toxic. Yeah, this man's priorities. What the fuck? Honey, y'all are about to see a whole lot. And this is just a glimpse. Because to be honest, this is kind of it highlights that same cycle. This is all the same shit. In real time, honestly. And it's and when you hear me, cause this is a screenshot of his snap. So this is me on the bottom, and this is us on Snapchat or whatever. Oh shit, you see my ring light. Damn it. Do you guys see better if... I guess I should start doing StreamYard. I don't think it's that deep that I need to be doing StreamYard streams and all that shit. Plus StreamYard takes fucking time, bro. I used to like StreamYard a little bit, but I don't think this is that. I don't think this is StreamYard deep. Ring light content. Can you guys, oh, you know what, the brightness. Wait. I put this shit on my iPad too, just for y'all to see. Because I wanted it to be blown up all big. Y'all see that? Yes, y'all can see. Y'all can see. So this is Snapchat. And so, because me and him would, you know, talk like through Snap or whatever and text and all that. Because a lot of times we would just like video chat or just like whatever on Snap. But like sometimes conversations would turn toxic, right? And so when conversations and stuff turn toxic or whatever, like when he would piss me off and like, so he would sometimes say some slick shit, right? And y'all know how I am. It's like, I caught that slick shit you said to me. Fuck that, right? And that's what you're going to see here. Oh. And that's what you're going to see here. So this is our exchange. This is the text exchange. The top is him. The middle is me. The bottom is him. And then the bottom is me texting him like, I saw what the fuck you just said. You know, I'm over that. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Why he take off to argue? I was at home with the baby. So I was just at home taking care of the baby and he was working at the time because even my little, remote job during that time had like slowed up where, I mean, I had just given birth. You know what I'm saying? Like I left when my baby was only 5 weeks. You know what I mean? So like, you know, my baby was literally still a newborn. You know what I mean? So yeah. This happened that night. So when he came in drunk and the argument got bad, mind you, that night I was asking him, like, where were you? Because the last he told me he was going to just go and visit his mom, who was like in the hospital or was she in the nursing home? Whatever. He was going to go visit his mom, and visiting hours, I believe, I cannot remember if they stop at 6 or 8 here in Chicago. I think visiting hours stop at 6:00 p.m. But he didn't come home till like a little after 10. And I had fallen asleep because, you know, when you guys have newborns or whatever, your sleep schedule syncs up with them and everything. And so I had fallen asleep or whatever. But this was so weird. Like, this is what I don't know what happened that night. Because I don't know what the fuck switched up or why. And whatever. I can't think about that too much. Normally, if he came home later, especially when we were living together, even if me and him were bumping heads, he would let me know, hey, I stopped here after, hey, I did this after, whatever. I didn't hear shit, right? But when he came in, he was obviously drunk because my ex, he stumbles and he kind of like staggers and shit. And he, you know, slurs a lot when he's been drinking a lot. And I had called him because I went, like, what time did I wake up? I think I woke up at like, 8:30, close to 9. Because when I fell asleep, I had fell asleep like a little bit, like before 6 or whatever. And I had just, you know, put the baby down. And normally during that 3-hour interval or whatever, baby would wake up around 9 or 10 for like the nighttime shift or whatever. Like, newborns need constant care, right? So every like 3 to 4 hours, right? So, you know, it's like you kind of have shifts, right, throughout the day. And so baby was still asleep. And while baby was still asleep, I'm like looking around the house. He's not home yet. I'm calling him. I called him like 2 or 3 times. I texted him nothing, bro. And then I got scared. So I started talking to like a couple of my friends, asking them, what should I do? And then like I, you know, had called like my dad or whatever. And I was like, should I worry about this or should I just wait? And my dad says, if he's not in by at least midnight, call me and like I can come by and make sure you're okay, because I understand, you know, you're not trying to be there alone with the baby and not know what the fuck's going on, right? So the newborn shifts were wild, girl. Yes, girl. It's so crazy how like you know, even as your babies grow, it's just something about that newborn stage that like stays ingrained in your brain. That like, it's like, oh yeah, this was a shift, and this, it's like it's a whole language, bro. And it's so weird how like, you know, every mommy like remembers it, right? But yeah. So then he came in staggering or whatever, and I simply like looked at him, and I was disappointed that he was drunk. Like the thing is, he was having a lot of trouble still managing like drinking and stuff. Even with the newborn. And even though sometimes like I would like to try to still hang out with him and have like a couple drinks or whatever, because like we didn't really get time together like that unless the baby was asleep or we were both trying to care for baby in between or whatever. But of course, like, you know, he was home from work for like only 1 week, and so he went right back into work. And you all know, like, you know, I had, you know, stopped sleeping with him, and I had preferred to be upstairs with the baby anyway, so that was just a kind of thing. So I just stayed upstairs with the baby or whatever, and you know, try to spend time, but it just didn't work. It just wouldn't work. And when he came in staggering and like fucking slurring, I already knew what time it was, and that shit would piss me off, bro. Like, I'm the one here at home all day with the baby, and yo ass still making time to go and get fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, that shit would piss me off. Like, it would piss me off. And then it's like, you didn't even have enough courtesy to let me know where you were. So I'm over here losing my mind. Like, shit, if it's just me, you know, here alone with the baby. Mind you, because he was out, right? So him coming in drunk, he probably drove drunk, right? And that shit would happen. Okay, girl, don't get me fucking started. Like, that shit would happen, and it would piss me off. I'm like, and this is gonna like so many of our arguments. It's like, how many times do you have to keep risking shit before you realize you have a child at home? You know what I mean? And so I confronted him. I was like, hey, you know, normally you text me. And he was like, oh, you were asleep, I just didn't want to disturb you. And this is the shit that used to drive me crazy, because, okay, we had baby monitors, and he had cameras in his house, right? He has access to all that shit on his phone, the baby monitors and the cameras, right? He told me that he saw on the, you know, the cameras or whatever, that me and baby were sleeping. He didn't want to disturb us. Cool. But I have totally been in the house napping before, and he always will let me know if he's going to be out somewhere or whatever. And this night, you know, I guess just no courtesy. And the thing is, if you were really checking those cameras or whatever, you would have saw that I woke up. So it's just like, spare me the bullshit. And I hate this, like, because he wasn't even honest. Like, so the thing is, like, no matter how fucked up it is, I prefer honesty. Tell me that you weren't even thinking to text or check in because it wasn't on your mind. Guess what? Cool. Now I know where your priorities lie. Be honest with me. Good, bad, ugly, in between, right? Let me know what the fuck is going on, especially when I'm here alone taking care of our kid. The fuck? Who's a fresh newborn, dude? And you out here getting fucked up, driving home, fucked up. I don't know where you're at. My own dad's like, if he's not in by midnight, let me know so I can come by, because I understand you don't want to be, you know, home alone with the baby. Which is, I mean, are you fucking kidding me? That's like common fucking sense and courtesy. He left you worrying while you got a newborn. That's messed up, right? Right? But it's just like, this shit went over, you know, his head or whatever. And so then I was like, look, like, normally you text me, and I get it if it wasn't that big a deal, but like, dude, it's like, and I'm like, we gotta work together. It's like, I'm worried or whatever. And like, I don't, because that was always my thing. Like, if anything happens to him, it would just be me and baby out here assed out. And I never wanted that. So I'm like, we need to work together. We have to have more communication. We have to all this bullshit, right? Girl, may as well been in one ear, out the other, child, because that's really all it was. And so then, you know, I was asking, I was like, well, is your mom okay? Like, is this good? Where did you end up going after? Because clearly it's like 10 something, you know, visiting hours stop at 6. I'm like, clearly you were somewhere for anywhere between 3 to 4 hours. I'm like, so where did you end up going? And that's when he popped off and was like, get off my fucking back, Cal. And I'm like, cool. And I was getting tired of him, mind you. So when he would blow up like that, I'm already in the back of my head like, okay, all right. Because like I told you, our arguments were starting to get dark. And this was just one of many, but this one led to the blow up. So he's like, get off my fucking back, Cal. And I looked at him and I was like, all right. And then, you know, he's like starting to get loud and shit. So I just go back into the nursery because we have a small baby at home. We have a small baby at home. Don't want to wake him up with no toxic ass shit, right? Right? Right. Well, it got worse, doll. Because the thing about it, when fights and stuff would happen with my ex, so when I would fuck off and like try to walk away or whatever, then he's going to come in and try to talk to me or tell me something. But I'm the type, like, I kind of just don't want shit to do with you for a good ass minute if shit is that tense. Like, okay, cool. You want me off your back? You're going to find out what off your back really means while I go ahead and try to put me some plans together, child. Because that's honestly the level that we were getting to, for real, even that early on or whatever. And so then he comes in and he was like, look, like, I'm home. You should just be happy that I'm fucking home. And da-da-da-da-da. Like, I fucking worked all day. I had to go see about my mom. And yeah, I went over fucking, you know, the homie's house. I'm not going to say their names or whatever. He went over to the enabling ass house, though. You know, that mom that be with him, that friend's mom that be with him. Now, he was over that house that night, though. That's where he was at, though. That same house that he be getting fucked up at, girl. That's the house. Okay, let's include that fucking fact. Let's include that fact. That's where he was at. Okay, and then he was like, yeah, I was at you know, whatever's house. Da 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 da. All that shit. And I'm like, all you had to do was just tell me. And then you're over here telling me to get off your back, and all I'm doing is caring, and I'm over here taking care of, you know, our child. I'm like, you're acting like I'm fucking, you know, ridiculing you or something. I'm like, you're acting like this isn't a bigger deal than what it is. You should just be fucking happy that I'm fucking home. Get off my fucking back. And then he goes, and then he starts trying to make himself something to eat. Then baby wakes up. And so baby wakes up. Back then I would put baby in the carrier and try to walk around with baby or whatever. You know, baby gets like, you know, a little upset and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to soothe baby or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie. I know that this is probably not a proud moment. I start fucking crying because I'm like, what the fuck is my reality right now, dude? Like, my baby's crying. I got my baby on me. He's over here fucking blowing up or whatever. I just start crying because I'm just like, I knew. Like, the whole time I knew that this was the end. The whole time I knew that this was the fucking end. So, you know, he's in there making his food. The baby's crying. I'm like, you know, got the baby on me or whatever. You know, settling baby and all this shit. You know, making the bottles, getting it all together and shit or whatever. And I start crying and shit. And then he's like, what now? What now? Now you fucking crying. Now you're fucking crying. And I was just like, now I can't even fucking cry. And I'll never fucking forget this bullshit. He's like, what now? What now? And I'm just like sobbing or whatever. And it takes me a while to get a sentence out. And then when I get ready to utter something, I was like, it's just, God fucking damn it. He threw his plate of food up against the wall. Mind you, I'm in the same room with him, with the baby in the carrier on me, right? Threw his plate of food against the wall. Our baby, I'm already trying to soothe baby, and that just fucking happened in front of me and baby. And I'm already crying, right? And I'm like, bet. So I, you know, I was just like, never mind. I didn't fucking say anything. I'm like, whatever. I don't even want to talk to you. And whenever I would shut down on him and tell him that I don't want to talk to him, your crying was valid. You had recently given birth and your kid's father was being toxic. Girl, it just broke my heart, because when that type of stuff is still happening after the kid is here, after so many talks and wannabe false promises about, oh, yeah, I'll work on the drinking. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do the other thing. And it never happened. Like, this is what I mean when it's like, that's when the like darker side of the reality starts crumbling in, this ain't it. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you hope, honey, it's time to bury that timeline. So that's what I mean when I talk about burying timelines. The whole thing with this is why I'm done, and this you know what I mean? And this is why I don't give a fuck about exposing with receipts. This motherfucker been deserved it. He probably the most deserving of anybody I've ever exposed with receipts. But let me continue telling you guys everything. So after that blow up, I start shutting down. I'm just like, don't even talk to me. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with you. And I'm like, I'm going to take care of my baby and just like fuck off. And whenever I was shut down like that and retract, he gets triggered, right? Because he has like abandonment shit or whatever. So unfortunately, this is why, conflict resolution would be hard. He blows up. I get triggered. I cry. I fucking retract because I don't like fighting and all that shit. I don't like all that, especially, and I don't like violence because, unfortunately, because of things that I've dealt with, you know what I'm saying? I can't take it, and I'm not saying that violence is ever okay. It's never okay, obviously, but I can't, like, I fucking can't. Mind you, this is the same person who told me that, oh, I'm gonna, stop, punching walls. I'm gonna stop, and you never fucking stopped, right? Never fucking stopped, right? So I'm just like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm cool. But then it's like, there was never a way to even out the fucking fighting because I can't even retract or detach. Because the thing is, when I, emotionally detach, people can feel it. And so he would get triggered by it. Right? And so the minute he feels like that detachment or that shift in my energy, it actually makes him blow up more instead of just respecting the boundary. And this is how the whole following me or following each other around the house or whatever, trying to make points or whatever, that's how that shit would happen. And that shit would get scary. So then I shut down. I'm like, whatever, dude. I started texting. I told my dad. I was like already texting like some of my girls. That night, I was actually tempted to call police that night. Okay. But the only thing is the police had came that night. I really don't know where the fuck I would have went. I'm so happy that I ended up leaving in the morning. Because I don't know if I would have been able to get all hooked up or whatever, even with the hotel, like how I did the next day, through like my friend's mom and everything, because that shit was wild. Cause like low key, it was that night I started formulating a plan. So I had already texted my dad. My dad called and my dad asked to speak to my ex and was like, yo, I told you all about fighting in front of the baby. Are you all able to minimize this? What exactly happened? And then guess what? My ex starts telling my dad, she's fucking crazy. You know how your daughter is. She's crazy. And no. And yeah, I threw my plate, but I fucking came in there. I was trying to make it right. She should just be happy I'm home. I didn't even do anything. And then when he started talking like that, I'm like, give me the phone back. And my dad was like that. I heard him because, y'all, I be having volume on 10. So I heard my dad like, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Put Callie back on the phone. That's not an excuse. And I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I really think that this is the end. I really think that this is the end. And so, I'm talking to my dad. I'm texting everybody. And I'm trying to figure shit out that fucking night. And then I just shut my ex down. And we don't even go to bed or whatever. Mind you, I'm still around here like, taking care of my baby. Like my baby's still in the carrier. And while he was on the phone with my dad, I'm in there feeding the baby, rocking, singing the baby, change the baby after the bottle. Y'all know how that would happen. Like something like once you give the baby first diaper, then once you give him that bottle, then you got a new diaper to change, which that's cool. That just means you got a healthy baby, whatever. But yeah, so when he was on the phone, I'm over there tending to the baby and just trying to rock baby and, keep whatever. But I'm low key texting and shit. And it was just breaking my heart, bro. And I'm like wiping my tears because I'm just like, I gotta figure this the fuck out. I gotta figure this the fuck out. Quick, with the quickness. And I soothed baby and, I just told him to leave me alone. And when I told him to give me back my phone and my dad was like, put Callie back on the phone, put Callie back on the phone. I had the baby and I just came out there, got my phone, went back in, told my ex, like, leave me alone or whatever, and just let me take care of the baby and just fuck off and leave me alone. And then we fucked off and like he, went downstairs and was trying to go to sleep. Mind you, it was getting late as fuck. Like, mind you, he didn't come in till after 10. Right? This is around midnight. I threw my phone because she's crazy. The typical shit. And I just told y'all how that went. Right? It's not like I blew up and went out there and like keyed his car and was like, where the fuck were you at? Like how some bitches be. No, I was like, what happened? And I was like, so like, what happened? He blew the fuck up. And I just told y'all how that went down. She crazy. But of course, whatever. People, girl, please. So, then he goes downstairs. I did start blocking him on shit already because I was prep to leave. So wait, let me show y'all this receipt. Right? So this was actually taken a little after midnight. This screenshot was taken and technically the morning of August 15th at 12:14 a.m. Okay? Because this is what would happen after arguments. Sometimes this would be his way of trying to settle or whatever. But I did have him blocked, and I was in the process of blocking him on shit because I was like, whether or not he fucking likes it, I'm about to be about this bitch. So I was going to start putting together my plan, right? So on Snap, I peeped that he had sent me this, right? And so that night, he told me, okay, so this is him. I'm sure I'm blocked, but I plan to bring him, our baby, on Sunday to see my mom and my uncle stopping by on Saturday. And these are things that I would hate. We would get into these fucking arguments, and then this motherfucker's trying to play, dad of the year with other people. Hey, boo, OMG, Pink Tablet is back. Oh, girl, yes, Queen of Receipts is back. She's back. As I was going through my shit. Okay, hey, girl, you walking in on a receipt. Okay. I used to, this is what I'm saying, this ties into the behavior, even what's going on now, because we see a motherfucker cares more about optics and how he looks than he does ever about, our baby, well-being or anything like that. It's all about him looking like dad of the year, because this is his moment. This is his journey. This is his Vogue close-up. Sick shit. Used to piss me off. I hated that. And you'll see. Okay, so this is me replying. Okay, this is me replying in the red, as you guys can see. I'll make sure I'm out of the house on Saturday, and I'll let you take him on Sunday. When your uncle gets here, I'll just go to Starbucks or something, and I'll try to come back after. Because I wasn't going to let him live his little fucking fairy tale any longer. I wasn't going to allow him to live his fucking I'm dad of the fucking year, all while Callie is fucking struggling taking care of this baby all day by her fucking self, and baby's getting upset because baby hears arguments and shit, and not should you, girl, period. I was like, no, especially what happened that night. You threw a whole plate, cracked it, had food on the wall you had to clean off. Threw the cracked pieces of that fucking plate in the trash. You fucking committed violence. Well, even before the mass like threat or whatever, in front of a newborn. I'm done. Your little fucking fairy tale fantasy is about to, okay? And I'm not gonna sign up for it. I'll let you do whatever the fuck you want. But me being a part of it, mind you, he's telling me about this. His uncle stopping by on Saturday. Because when his family and his friends would come by, I'm home with the baby, whatever, he comes back from work or he has his fucking off days. And when people would come by, even if it was after fucking arguments or after he would say some vile shit to me, when people come over, now it's time to put on the face. Now it's time to be Susie Homemaker. Now it's time to be the happiest mommy ever. Oh my God, look at our newborn. We totally didn't fight last night. Time to be fake Barbie. Time to be miserable Barbie. And that shit was kind of pissing me off. Like, because I'm like, this is not going to work. Like, expose him. Bitch, I was pissed. I'm like, it stops tonight. Your fairy tale, your fucking facade of being dad of the year, anything, even in this fucking case, it's dead. It's dead. And to still be this dark and sadistic even a year later, let's continue with the receipts. They ain't ready for that one. I was like, I'll make sure I'm out of the house on Saturday and I'll let you take him Sunday. Because, his mom was, I believe his mom might have been in the hospital. And, because baby was so small and all the things that his mom was going through, I would stay behind because you can only have like 2 visitors at a time, right? And sometimes he would offer for me to come through and maybe rotate with baby, but I'm like, that's too much. That's too much taking the baby in and out. If you're going to take the baby. I'd rather just stay at home, and have y'all see, your mom or whatever, and then have us just figure that out a different way, because that's too much taking a small newborn in and out of a whole ass fucking hospital, bro. And she's already going through what she was going through at that time. And I didn't, it's already, a risk or whatever. So I'm just like, nah, just do that. Right. But then his uncle stopping by, on Saturday, so I could put the fucking face on and fucking stroke this man's dumbass ego yet again, girl. Plus all the germs, girl, period. So whenever that would happen, I would just let him, take, whatever, because his mom, whatever, she does have her own stuff, and I wish that woman the best. And so I was like, when your uncle gets here, I'll go to Starbucks or something and just try to come back after. Because I wasn't going to sit there and play fucking Susie Homemaker when we just fought. Mind you, this is fucking Wednesday night, right? 14 a.m. on the Thursday of, August 15th. But you guys know what I mean. It's fucking Wednesday night. So what you're telling me, I got 2 days to recover from this traumatic ass bullshit just to put Barbie face on again and be totally fake and be like, oh my God, I'm just a happy mom. Oh, we totally don't fight. He totally doesn't fucking get violent still. He totally doesn't come home drunk. What? It dies. It dies, bro. It dies. Okay? So, when I said that, it's like we sparked the rage. He said, bet. That's on your ass. He ain't think I caught that message because he thought I had blocked him in Snap already. I was going to, because I was prepping to, try to put me a little plan together and leave. I originally wanted to put one of those plans together. Like, how some women, when they leave domestic violence situations, where you leave the guy in silence and not the rage, girl, the rage, where you leave a guy in silence. And the next thing you know, when he comes back, you and baby are gone and y'all just cut contact. You got your order of protection. I originally had wanted to put something like that in place, but unfortunately, y'all know I didn't get that far. I didn't have that because of everything, right? But he was like, bet, that's on your ass. When I saw that, and I'm so happy I kept this screenshot. I fucking texted this to one of my girls and I was like, I'm like, can you imagine that I came across this now that I'm finally getting ready to expose him with receipts? And all my girls were like, this is what he deserves. She was like, girl, like, period. I caught this because he thought that he was already blocked on Snapchat. I caught this shit. And so I sent it to him. So that's what you're going to see here in this text message. I sent it to him like, hey, I caught you. Hey, you're caught, darling. I caught you. And this is me down here in the text messages because I sent him a screenshot like, hey, you're caught. And these are my replies. Don't ask me to unblock you on Snap ever again. I'm done. I don't want to talk to you on your lunch breaks. I don't care where you go or what you do. I'll only keep you updated on our baby as I get myself together. And that triggered the bullshit because I was just done. And that triggered the bullshit. you know, didn't go to bed till late. I was like texting, plus I'm looking over baby like overnight and stuff like that. He's up. He normally wakes up at like around 5:40 something, 6 o'clock to start getting ready for work. Lo and behold, he's upstairs right at 6 or whatever. And I'm just in there with the baby. And sometimes when baby would wake up like early in the morning, I would just have baby like chilling or whatever, like with me, you know, trying to watch like Dancing Fruit or something, or just like low key, just like kind of sing or coo to baby or whatever, and just chill as I was trying to get my shit right. And this motherfucker wakes up and it's like, where's my son? Where's my fucking son? And I'm like, with me. Because I would just have like baby kind of like propped up. Like you guys know these like little nursing pillows or whatever. So sometimes I would just prop baby up. Like when baby would wake up in the morning or whatever and like we're just up chilling, I used to sometimes kind of like to prop baby up like on the like the nursing pillow and stuff, and just kind of like have us be chilling, or just have baby just like, you know, laying or whatever as I just like look over baby or whatever. Just like try to chill. Like I used to love doing mornings like that, like getting baby up out the bassinet and just chilling with baby in the mornings and stuff like that, because you know my baby got big ass eyes, right? So when my baby was a newborn, like that's pretty much all you would see is like big ass eyes. So when I would see them big ass eyes in the morning, I'm like, oh my goodness, get me in, and I would have baby like swaddled up, or I would have baby like propped up or chilling or something, just trying to chill. And then he's over here like, you know, where the fuck is my son? And he comes over there, he's hovering over the baby. We're arguing back and forth. That argument got so fucking horrible. He was like, and my uncle is still coming by on Saturday, and your ass better figure out where the fuck you're gonna be. And da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, I already told you I'm going to be at the Starbucks and I'll come back later. I'm like, if your uncle wants to come by and visit the baby or whatever, that's cool, but I'll be out. Well, your ass, if you're gonna be out, you might as well stay out. And I looked him in his eye and I said, leave my child behind, never. And he's like, I bet you I can make you do it. I bet you I can make you do it. Don't this sound real pertaining to like the case almost? It almost sounds like a premonition, like fucking like premeditated type shit. Like, oh, these are the type of things you were saying, huh? See what I mean? You see what I mean? OMG, newborn eyes, period. Girl, yes, newborn eyes, girl. It's little shit like that. And I saw what the fuck he was trying to do. And I'm like, not on my watch ever. That's why this whole fucking never to be seen or heard from again. It's like, bitch, you were waiting to spin that narrative. But that's amazing. That's your frequency. Now it's going to catch up to you, darling. Now it's going to catch up to you, darling. And I can't wait. It's already catching up to you, darling. And I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited. When we were arguing, that's when it got really fucking bad. You know, like I would like, you know, try to get away from him because he was getting irate. We would argue. And low key, when he originally was first like heading out to work, because he did try to go to work. But the minute he left out, like, mind you, he has the baby monitors and the make you leave your baby behind. What the fuck? He's like, I bet you I could make you. I bet you I could make you. You see what the fuck I was dealing with? This is what I'm talking about. I love that all this shit's coming out now. I love it. It's gonna be a real interesting, beautiful day on the 26th. I love it all so much. I would not have this much. Meanwhile, all these false allegations on me, while I have actual receipts. I have previous orders of protection. I have all the shit that just happened even last week. What? Girl, don't get me started. Don't get me started, child. Just, you know. But yes, girl. Yes. You see what the fuck I was dealing with. So when he went out to work, remember how I told you all, he had the baby monitors and the cameras on his phone. When he left out for work, I was already texting. I had texted my girl from Kids Above All. I had texted, you know, some family members. I texted all my friends. I'm like, I'm not going to last here past the weekend. I'm just not. I kept telling everybody, I'm like, I'm not going to make it up out of here. I'm not. I have to get me and my baby the fuck up out of here. I have to. And even in past text messages, you know what? I might even, girl, I don't know. I'm trying to think about how full throttle I want to go with this receipts video. I mean, now that I'm fucking editing, it's like fucking deep edits anyway. Bitch, I might even get you some of my texts with my friends. Because you know my girls got my back. Okay, you know my girls got my back. I can show you the text with my friends where I'm like, all my concern was about my baby, and all my concern has been was about my baby. So the 3 weeks when I fucking had my fever and I was bleeding and overwhelmed, and we tried to like exchange the baby and shit, and I'm over here afraid to even say anything about me being sick because I'm like, I can't trust this motherfucker because of this whole case and shit. It's almost like that shit is valid. I never abandoned my child. I never, ever had any intentions of abandoning my child, ever. You took advantage of those 3 weeks, tried to default the case, then you withheld further for 3 months. And I can't wait. I can't wait till they ask you questions about that, darling. I cannot wait. In fact, we don't even have to wait because it's going to go down on this channel. I might honestly get some of my girls to get those texts because what you're going to see is a consistent interest and me and my child's safety the entire time. And like, that's why I even told the guardian, I was like, I know what those 3 weeks look like. I understand how that looks, but that was never my intent. However, I understand if I could have handled that differently, but I understand. And he understood. They would have slapped my ass on supervised for like, 1 day a month, or, some parents see their kids every couple months. If it's like really fucking bad, it's like, if it's really fucking bad, they do that every 2 month fucking thing, but that's never been my story. We're just doing this temporarily until the fucking trial hearing on the fucking, 26. And I'm so geeked to see what's going to happen that day. I'm so excited. I really am. So, I'm texting all my friends or whatever. And he's watching on the cameras. You want to know? Because I'm fucking, moving around the house. He saw me, baby on the carrier, right? He saw me moving around the baby or whatever. He saw me messing around with my suitcases and stuff, going through my stuff, trying to figure out what I'm going to take and everything. Oh, yes, girl. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He zooms back. Edna's like, yes, girl. He zooms back because he's watching me on the camera. When he comes back home, it's like a fucking psychopath. I swear, it's like a psychopath. You're trying to leave. Because he always did that shit. He always did that bullshit. Like, even when I've taken space from him in the past, even when, I would, detach it, it triggers him. He fucking came in. He fucking came home, slammed the fucking door. He's like, you trying to fucking leave? So you're trying to leave? You're trying to fucking leave, huh? You're gonna take my son? Where are you taking my son? Where are you taking my son? And he's like coming up on me, like coming up on me. Where are you taking my son? Where are you taking my son? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, I have this baby on me right now. I'm trying to get settled or whatever. He's like, what are you doing? You talking about leaving, huh? And I'm like, leave me alone. Like, whatever. Oh, you made him panic. Yeah. And then he tried leaving a fucking second time. And this is when it got really bad. And the second time he never fully left. If anything, he was just down the block. Because the second time he tried to leave was actually right after he threatened my life. So I fucking told him to leave me alone. I keep trying to have him back. And I'm like, leave me alone. So then I start yelling at him back. I'm like, leave me alone. He's like, you're trying to leave with my son right now. No, I'm gonna stay right here. You're not going any fucking where with my son. You're not gonna fucking do anything. He's like, you're gonna leave him here with me. And I was like, no, the fuck I'm not. I never will. You're gonna leave him right here with me. You're gonna leave him right here with fucking me. I'll make your ass get out. In fact, get out of my house. I'm kicking you out. I'm putting you out now. Get out of my house. See what the fuck I was dealing with? And so then I'm trying to get him to get away from me and shit. And then, mind you, the baby is still awake. So there was a period where I had got baby out the carrier or whatever, because sometimes baby would fall asleep, in the carrier or whatever. And when baby was starting to kind of wake back up and get uncomfortable, then I would put baby down in the bassinet and try to soothe. And I'm back away from me. Mind you, he's hovering. You see, well, I don't know how clear, because I know that that's a dark video, but where I have him on video threatening my life. I know it's shadowy and dark, but you can kind of see his figure in the doorway, because that was the doorway to the nursery where he's like threatening me. He's in the doorway of the nursery threatening me. And I know that it's kind of like dark and shadowy in that video, but if you guys kind of like zoom in or whatever, because you're going to see the camera flip, because I would record him and sometimes I would just like turn the phone over to still have it be recording. You're going to see that camera flip and you're going to see me sitting right there. I'm sitting right by the fucking bassinet. I was sitting right by the fucking bassinet. And I was like, leave me the fuck alone, and da-da-da-da-da. And I remember being like, I'm fucking done with you. I'm done with you. And I don't care. And then I kept like slamming the door to the nursery and trying to keep me and baby in there. But he was like threatening to fucking take the door off the hinges. He's like, I'll take this fucking door off the hinges. I'll take this fucking door off the hinges. And I was like, leave us alone. So I'm like panicking myself. I'm texting people and I'm like telling my girl, at Kids Above All, I'm like, shit is getting real. Shit is getting scary. I'm very afraid for me and my baby right now. Mind you, my ex is a fucking gun owner. Okay? He's a fucking concealed carry. You want to know the type of guns he has? It's all technically legal, so I can tell you guys this. He has an AK. He has an AR. He has a fucking, little fucking, like a 9, handgun, pistol thing. I'm not very gun savvy, you guys, so don't drag me if you all know about guns and weapons than you do. This guy has about 10 to 15 guns. He has several. Who let him carry a gun? He's a concealed carry. Okay? He has several guns. He has several weapons. Mind you, I keep slamming the door. I'm like, leave us alone. He keeps threatening to take the door off the hinges. And I'll never fucking forget it. I'll never fucking forget it. He keeps threatening to take the door off the hinges. And I was like, fuck off. I opened the door. I'm like, fuck you. Whether you like it or not, I'm done. And I am gone. And we will be gone. And when I say that and I'm like yelling that in his face and I go back by the bassinet, that's when because the first part was, I will take the door off the hinges and then I'll kill you. Your life will be upside down. Your life's going to be fucking upside down. And I was like, excuse me, like, what did you say again? And he's like, there's going to be lawyers and shit, all kinds of shit going down. And I was like, he threatened it then. And you all heard that in that clip. That's why I keep this shit up. Y'all heard that in that clip. That clip is a year old, just like how this fucking receipt here is a fucking year old. That clip is a year fucking old. There's going to be lawyers and all kinds of shit going down. Why is that, sir? Because it's not like you were premeditating a whole custody case, right? It's not like you were planning on doing this, right? Oh, you just felt like you had to get custody because, a crack den, unstable, erratic, never to be seen or heard from again. This narrative has shifted so damn much. And mind you, the Guardian only mentioned a goddamn pack and play child. So I'm really confused as to what the fucking problem is. There's going to be lawyers and all kinds of shit going down. I wonder why. Oh, girl, the most I know about guns is Fortnite, right? Girl, I left when my baby was only 5 weeks old. My baby at that time, when that was happening in real time, 5 weeks old. A newborn. All of my reports are about how this happened with my newborn. All of this, right? So it's like, and then when he threatens that's when, mind you, when he's saying that, I know that, like I said, like, I know that clip is like shadowy or whatever, but like, mind you, I'm looking at him. Mind you, he looked me in my eyes. I'll kill you. Your life will be upside down. There's going to be lawyers and all kinds of shit going down in my eyes. And I've never seen that man look at me that way. I've never seen him look at me that way, ever in life. And we've had some arguments. We've had our times. It was like that cold, like when the eyes go cold, it's like that cold, like lifeless eye stare. Like the eyes go, like, I can't do it. I can try my best to do it. Oh, I still look cute or whatever. I can't like reenact this. What was he going to do? He threatened my life, Edna. He threatened my life, darling. I'll kill you. Because he was trying to prevent me from leaving. Because he didn't want me to go. He was either going to make me leave without my baby, which I absolutely refused, or he might have tried to kill me. He was serious. He's dangerous. I know. I immediately texted my girl, Kids Above All, and that's when we had the squads come over and arrest his ass. And that's how I made it out. And this fucking text exchange, right, was from that very night before. Okay. Mind you, my girl from Kids Above All, I meant a newborn, sorry. He just wanted me to leave the baby. What was he gonna do with a newborn? Mind you, he's in that dangerous state. He just threatened my fucking life. I took his ass serious. Ain't no way. Mind you, he was already saying, get out of my house, get out of my house. Okay, bet. So you're trying to put me out, and I have a newborn. I'm going to tell the cops all of this. Right? And so that's why I have my orders of protection. This is why. And so let's talk about this case. Let's just spill the tea on this fucking case. And that's why I don't care, even though, yes, good things are happening. I don't care how this case moves, because fucked up shit happened during this case. And I'm talking about that shit too. I'm gonna expose that shit too. This is why I told you guys I was pissed off that they threw out my plenary order protection right in the beginning of this case when it started up in January. Mind you, I got my summons, right, the day after Christmas. This is why it pissed me off, because I warned everyone in that courtroom. I said, this is post-separation abuse. He's always tried to come in between me and the child. I've had this man arrested. The only time I dropped the charges or whatever was so he could try to visit the baby for holidays or whatever. I was going to try to work out a plan so he could still be in his son's life and everything. And I told everyone in that courtroom, I said, I am afraid for both me and my child, and I am also afraid that he will escalate during this case. I said it in January. And they threw out my order of protection. I could have, if they would have, kept it, figured out a different plan, but they threw it out because they wanted us to try to exchange the baby on our own and, see how that went first. See how that's gonna go first. I told them in January. The world needs to know who he is. Oh yeah. And I got a nice little size platform. I've been canceled to living fucking back, but the Free Spirit show is back. The live coverage of Callie is even back. All the commentary is back. And you want to know something? It doesn't even matter what anyone's opinion of me is, because the general consensus is that this man is dangerous and this man is garbage. No one thinks the baby should be over there with him. And regardless of how nice you say it, regardless of how you want to drag me and still say it, guess what, darlings? We're all saying the same thing. For once, we're all on the same page, regardless of how you view me. That's why I'm saying, whether y'all like it or not, we are all a community. I ain't got nan smoke with any of my haters, with any of my past, whatever the fuck. And in fact, I can't even say anything. I can't say anything. And mind you, I only skim through, and no, I don't have time to hover over y'all like how I used to, but I don't care, because the general consensus between all y'all's fucking little live streams and videos is that the baby shouldn't be over there. And that's the same fucking thing I'm saying and fighting back for. And will continue to. And I'm excited for the 26th. And I'm excited for this receipt video, because I'm just getting started. Forever canceled. Girl, cancel is living. Fuck, still pulling thousands of views on these little streams. Child, it's almost like I never left. Cancel as fuck, still pulling streams. The channel's starting to make more money than it has in a while. My little channel that don't make no fucking money. Oh, I thought the channel don't make no money. This little bullshit YouTube channel that don't make no fucking money. My channel that made and this is a whole new month. Girl, it's about to be 2020 again in this motherfucker, girl. Seriously. Seriously. So yes, I'm just getting started. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys that receipt because it's a true catalyst. And it's even a tell to the behavior because it's almost like it's a cycle. It's almost like it's a cycle. It's almost like there was always intent. It's almost like I told that entire courtroom back in January, I am afraid this man will escalate or do something in regards to harming me or my child during this case. And you really think that it's a fucking shock? You really think it's a fucking, oh, I can't believe it. You really think it's a shock that after this man heard back from me, after my 3 weeks of having my fever and bleeding, and took it upon himself to fucking keep denying, keep withholding, and withheld my child for 3 months. You really think it's a shock and a surprise that immediately after those 3 months of my baby being withheld, my baby is diagnosed with behavioral health from trauma? You really think that's a surprise? As if I've never been the constant. Right. And that's coming out too. I believe that is going to be mentioned as well on the 26th. I'll let you guys know. But mind you, his antics at the pediatricians, mind you, his antics with Kids Above All. And can you really imagine that a man that did all of that on that day and threatened my life, gonna call and harass and curse out the beautiful women at Kids Above All because he's mad for whatever reason, because he's demanding all this information? You threatened my life, sir, in front of our newborn. If it wasn't for that group, if it wasn't for those women, who knows what would have happened? No, they don't want to hear from you. They don't want to hear from you. And I'm just getting started. And this shit, that's why I'm thinking I might even just blow the whole shit up. I might really do one of my fucking bomb, like fucking thunderbolt in the beginning of the fucking intro and shit, hour-long receipt video. I am quite tempted. And I think that you guys might even enjoy the context to really piece everything together. Because in between, aside from even the fucking, shit in court or whatever, but there's been all kinds of shady text messages. Okay, there's been all kinds of him, throwing digs and shit. And now this man is crashing out in public in real time. Okay. You wish I was never to be seen or heard from again. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. You just gonna have to find you another day. I'm here, I'm back, I'm just getting started. I'd watch, you were like, I'd watch the hour-long video. I'd watch the hour-long video. Like the good old days. Yes. Girl, make it a 3-hour video like the psychiatrist thing. Girl, period. Girl, period. I'm here, I'm back, and I'm not going to stop. Because there's been too much going on. I told them in January. I told them he might escalate. What did he do? Nothing but escalation. And now it's affected my baby. You really think, and I'm not the only woman this happens to. Y'all should look up, and you know what, one day we really need to sit down. Brandy X. Lee, that psychiatrist, you know, and she's also an activist, that woman who's been talking about like custody and family courts, especially with abusers, where they have seen, similar to even this case, where the order of protections that were, you know, put in even when the case started were thrown out. They give all kinds of access and custody or whatever, you know, to the abuser. And then bullshit happens during those times. And it takes those women forever to come out, tell their stories and expose everything. Yes, the thunder. Girl, yes. It takes those women forever. Brandy Exley, I know that she has had some, you know, speeches or whatever in Arizona and stuff like that. And I'm also aware that, you know, I think she does actually low-key go state to state. But she's really been an advocate for women who are going through this custody mess. And the problem is, and this is why I talk about mindset, so many women cower. So many women become afraid. So many women stay silent. So many women, you know, don't even understand how to even navigate, you know, the courts or whatever. Or, you know, maybe they don't get the best, you know, representation. Or they're representing themselves pro se, right? And they don't know what the fuck's going on. So many women go through this shit that it takes them forever. And then you already know how it is with women. Because some of these women, years go by with this bullshit. And then after the years go by with this bullshit, right? The woman finally comes out and tells her story, and then you know the world's going to gaslight her. Well, why did she wait so long? It must not have been that serious if she's coming out years later. Oh, well, she must not care about her kids if she waited for years to come out and tell this story. And da-da-da-da, and bop-bop-bop-bop-bop, and t-t-t-t-t. And those women are dragged, and some of them, they quit, and they just stop piping up. I seriously cannot relate. Because if it's the truth, now listen here. Because if it's the truth, what is there to hide? If it's the truth, what is there to fear? If it's the truth, what is there to be ashamed of? And that's where I stand with my women. And that's why I will always be here, especially, you know, between this and Traumatized Girly, to uplift my girls who've gone through it, even as I'm navigating myself in real time. Because if it's the truth, I don't give a fuck. Right? If it's the truth, I don't care, darling. Because this is fucked up. This is fucked up. I'm in general consensus and agreement with everyone. What's happening is fucked up. But I'm not going to cower in fear. Honey, I was only down bad for a few weeks with the bleeding and shit. Like, that was like kind of short-lived. You know what I mean? But no. Absolutely not. Because what these men get off on, they get off on your silence. They get off on trying to make you feel small. They get off on trying to silence you. They get off on spinning their narratives without their narratives being, you know, argued back. Okay, girl, I'm sending all the positive vibes because this is so much for anyone to handle. And I've been watching you and your channel since the old days. I've been here for a while. I've been watching you for a long time, and I just feel so awful that this is going on for you. It's okay, darling. And like, you know, like I said, things are moving positively, but this is what I mean. It doesn't even matter what happens. It doesn't even matter what goes down. Motherfucker didn't realize. Girl, do you know who Life of a Free Spirit is? Do you know who the Queen of Receipts even was? Oh, right. You didn't know who Life of a Free Spirit was? You didn't know who the Queen of Receipts was? Oh, okay. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all with the hearts and the laughing. No, seriously. Seriously. The truth been right here. When have I ever ran scared from anybody? I take breaks off this platform when I want to take breaks. And that is only when I go and find something else to do. I never ran scared from nobody, even if it cost me. Because because to be honest, at the end of the day, it was always worth to get the truth out there. And the truth is always out there. Y'all with the laugh. Because like, did you know? Oh, okay, I'm going to have to let you know. Right? Right? Like when one of the girls told me that, oh girl, yeah, he's been stalking your channel, trying to send videos or whatever to the Guardian. Amazing. Amazing. Then send everything. Because, cool, I'll just keep telling the truth. And half of this stuff, if not all of it by now, he's heard already. Now it's time to catch up to free spirits. That man said pack and play, not YouTube videos. Like what? He said, you're pack and play though. Yeah. He ain't say, that YouTube channel though. He ain't say that. You know, you want to do that as like an intimidation tactic to what? Shut me up? Like I'm not telling the truth? You want to try to be intimidated? Mind you, why would you even need my channel if any of your allegations were sticking? Mr. I lived in a drug den. Mr. Dipped off and never returned. Mr. I did all of these things. But now you need my YouTube channel. But it's almost like the YouTube channel's not enough, right? Because we're exposing too much truth over here now, right? Because I've taken that power back. I've taken my voice back. This is my damn channel. I mean, excuse me. Don't no man run this channel. Excuse me. Like, don't no man tell me what the fuck going on over here, right? But I guess even my YouTube channel's not working enough now, right? I guess my channel's not even doing it for you enough now, right? Because why are you trying to start scenes and cause chaos at a pediatrician's office and record me, right? Because you're trying to provoke a reaction, because you're not getting what you want, because none of your allegations against me are sticking. And you ain't think that I would just come on here and own my truth, as good, bad, and ugly, and in between it is, and just say, hey, y'all, this is what's going on. I got the receipts. What? When I literally made a career out of this shit years ago, just because I hung the hat up because I was doing other things, doesn't mean that's not still a part of who I am. What? You ain't think I was going to take my power back all the way and not give no fuck about what nobody said, thought, or whatever, because it never mattered. And honestly, in the eyes of the courts, this social media stuff, they don't care. They only really care about social media stuff. I mean, you guys have seen me in court before, but even with this whole, courts, they do not give a fuck about media unless you're doxing, unless you're being dangerous on camera, like people, who be displaying weapons on their videos and all that type of crazy shit. The girls over here talking about receipts, please. Especially receipts that have already been seen in the case file. Don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about no girl all done up in her makeup talking about, okay, y'all, we gonna expose this receipt on this evening, and I'm gonna call all y'all girls while y'all do laugh emojis and pink and purple hearts and black hearts in the chat. Because I'm not making threats. I don't even need to make any type of false, crazy allegations. Everything I'm saying is the truth. Yeah, it might take you about 10 hours to catch up on the content if you're watching everything. It might take you about 10 hours. Sorry about it. I can't help the frequency. But not no. Girl, he said you lived in the drug. Girl, said some of everything, baby. Said some of everything, Vivian, and is still spiraling out right now as we speak because he's unraveling because nothing sticks. You were going to be sending my channel over, to the Guardian. Mind you, when I was representing myself pro se, I used my email. The email attached to this channel, with this channel linked in the y'all know how it is when you have a YouTube channel and with the Gmail or whatever. I used this email account when I was representing myself pro se. Everyone has this channel. What? What was I supposed to do when old girl told me that? Just so you know, girl, he's sending your stuff over to the Guardian. Amazing. Amazing. Beautiful. Let's own it then, because there's so much more truth to be heard. What do I have to be afraid of? What do I have to be scared? See, I hate that type of stuff though, because men will do that. Like, y'all know how it's kind of like, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of like the same tactics. Like, y'all know how, because technically this is kind of like almost like smear campaign type stuff, because one of the videos I think he sent over to the Guardian was that "To My Child's Father" video, but he sent that video over before the parenting time order had gotten instated, and obviously before this 26th date. Obviously he sent that shit early July, right? He sent that shit shortly after it came out, so whenever date that came out, that was around the time he sent that over, right? Child, if the Guardian didn't even mention my little channel, didn't even see that as an issue, child, can you imagine this man saw all of that and was like, but that pack and play though. I'm just saying. And I can't stand this. I can't stand this because, mind you, just like how the whole she dropped the baby off, never to be seen or heard from again. I cannot, girl. I swear I want to make a damn emoji out of that, because what in the absolute nonsense. And yes, I might even put in the, but why am I right here though? Because, girl, who? Like, girl. He's just throwing throwing shit at a wall, hoping it will stick. It's kind of like, because technically, I mean, let's talk about it this way. It's a tactic. It's a tactic, and it's a part of I identify it as a smear campaign tactic only because that is the only thing that I can kind of relate this behavior to. If you guys have a better term or terminology or whatever for it, you can. Just let me know. But think about it. Remember how when I was going through the hate campaign, and every time I would do a member stream, or every time I would do like a live stream, or like a little post or whatever about the bullshit that was going on my channel, people would like spread it everywhere to get a bunch of people in there. And like, in a way, it's like an intimidation tactic to get you to shut up. It's an intimidation tactic to get you to shut the fuck up because you're spilling too much truth. And that's why, people want to take it and try to ridicule it or whatever. I mean, even though that was like a different thing and that's kind of like internet or whatever, he's doing the same thing in real life. Oh, she dropped the baby off and never returned. Po baby is in the whole doctor's office and you're over here trying to block me and all this. Mind you, they have cameras in those offices, right? Mr. I'm going to record all these doctors and nurses without their permission because you're so focused on trying to get a reaction. You wouldn't be so focused on trying to provoke a reaction out of me if you were really solid in your narratives. And that's the truth. You wouldn't be trying so hard to provoke a reaction in real time out of me. And you can't use this stuff because this is the facts. Because you can't expose me without exposing yourself. And that's exactly why I'm doing this. One of us says the same thing every single day. You can't expose me without exposing yourself. That's why when I started off with this, I immediately addressed where I fucked up, which was the whole 3-week thing, and told you all about how that led to him withholding for the 3 following months. And then I went in with facts, provided clarity, but now all you guys are getting are facts. Okay? We need merch for that. Girl. Hit dogs holler, period. Say that again. You can't expose me without exposing yourself. And he ain't think that the game was going to change like that. He ain't think the game was going to change like that. He thought he was going to be sending off these little YouTube videos. And, oh, yeah, now I got her. She going to be afraid to... She going to be afraid to be herself and speak her truth now that the Guardian is watching. Not when I showed up myself talking to the whole Guardian looking like this. And was... Oh, now she's going to be afraid to speak up. Now, she can't... we got her now. We're going to send over her YouTube channel now. Oh, now she'll shut up. Because she's going to be afraid. Not when I showed up to that Guardian in this exact wig, probably a very similar makeup look, and I was like, look, there was no reason for me to miss my child's birthday, and instead I'm meeting with a whole Guardian on my child's birthday due to this man's withholding. Oh, she's going to be really afraid. Not when I showed up to that man looking just like this. Now she's afraid. Now she's afraid to be herself. Don't ever allow anyone dim your authenticity. Don't any of you guys, and this is where I'm going to get so serious. Don't you ever dare allow anyone, anywhere, at any given place in time, don't allow them to shrink you. You know what you do when you dim your light? You want to know what you do when you abandon your authenticity? You want to know what you do when you become ashamed and afraid and like fearful of your own truth, regardless of how good, bad, ugly it is? You abandon yourself. No one outside of you is worth abandoning yourself. Take it from someone who did it. Okay. A few years ago in Mass. Okay. Take it from someone who fought all those tireless whatever battles and to the point to where I gave up and just, moved home and said, fuck it, whatever. But literally gave up. And I was like, oh, I guess I just won't, whatever. Right? And I hung my head up. Because indeed, life has changed, you know what I'm saying? And even with new goals or whatever, period. Don't you ever dare abandon yourself for anyone or anything ever, especially if you are a mother. Because the minute you abandon yourself, the moment you abandon yourself, the moment you shrink, the moment you are afraid of your own authenticity, the moment that you're afraid of your own voice, the moment that you're like, oh my God, what are all these fucking hoe-ass people gonna think of me? Oh my God, you're gonna abandon your kid. Emotionally. We are the nurturers. We are the anchors. It doesn't matter what these men, these systems, it doesn't matter what they do. We are the backbones of our children. We cannot afford, especially as mothers, to abandon ourselves, because the moment we do that, we abandon our children. Because what you are saying when you commit an act of self-abandonment by shrinking, dimming your light, not speaking your truth, being afraid of who and what and may could be watching, and do all of this bullshit, you are communicating to the world, I do not deserve to live or be seen in my truth. And what kind of a message is that sending to the children of today? The minute you live fearful in truth, the minute you live fearful of that, you are communicating, I am not worth. Girl, preach. I'm so serious, because we're going to bring in some mindset on this evening. Like I ain't evolved. I'm still the queen of receipts, but I'm also going to be the queen of mindset and manifestation. Yes, I am. And I might even be the queen of real estate. Y'all just going to have to stay tuned for all of that. But at the end of the day, first things first, I am a mother. Second thing, I'm here for myself. Because I cannot be here for anyone else until I show up for me fully. So no, y'all aren't dimming me this time. Y'all aren't gonna scare me away this time. I mean, shit, girl, I ain't even got smoke with my old haters because we low-key kind of all saying the same thing. And so we in a weird era. We in a very interesting era. It don't matter what channel you watch me on. I mean, it just depends on how you want your message. You want my message or whatever. You want the toxic hate Callie so much, but I kind of agree with her message, or you want the one day we gonna cancel her, but not quite yet message. Either way, we all saying the same shit, and you know what? I'm not mad at it. I have no interest in coming in here and fighting with anyone online when, like, low key we're all saying that's actually insane. That's asinine. And that's also a waste of my time. And plus I ain't got time like how I did back in the day. Like, even me making time for these streams is a lot. You feel me? But girl, get girl, get all the girl, right? Girl, get all the titles. Girl, get all the titles. Girl, I thought you said get all the titties. I was like, girl. I was like, what? I know y'all see me like shimmying because y'all know I like to shimmy. But yes, I might even become the queen of real estate. But first off, I'm a mother. And I will always be a mother, regardless of what narratives are spun and no. And no, y'all ain't gonna shriek me this time. And I say y'all, I'm really talking about like this shit that my ex is doing and whoever believes his narratives. You ain't about to shriek me this time. I have nothing to be afraid of. You already done tried to boogeyman me with this whole case, and I still have not, I have yet to be boogeymaned. You have tried to boogeyman with this case so much that you are unraveling and looking like a fool because you didn't expect me to come over here and speak truth unapologetically. Unapologetically. You cannot expose me without exposing yourself, because the minute, and that's why I said, and I told y'all, I said that's actually the worst thing he's done is try to, highlight the spotlight on me. Honey, I've always been the spotlight. What? I know. This dude just has so many bright ideas. I am going to try to ridicule a public YouTuber who's been doing this for about a decade, been canceled on and off, but used to make thousands and thousands of dollars off this platform. I mean, I'm on my way to making more money now. This is crazy. And I do love y'all, and I appreciate the support. Seriously, y'all been blowing the streams up. Seriously, y'all, this shit, I mean, this shit running up. This is crazy. Seriously, y'all are running it up. Thank you. I know. I'm gonna send, you gonna send a whole Guardian a YouTube channel of almost 25K with an active audience that if I come on here and speak any type of truth, I'm gonna have a whole lot of free spirits show up ready for it. What? I know. Amazing idea. I'm gonna show that she speaks up and she speaks out. We don't like that. I'm sorry, toxic man. You just gonna have to deal with this one. I can't help that frequency. We're gonna expose a public person. I know. Oh, I'm gonna shift the spotlight to somebody who already has a spotlight. Ring light and all, set up and I'm going to highlight someone who already highlights herself. Yeah, got her. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. Girl. Did he not realize this is the Callie show? Girl. I know. We're going to put the... So now I'm double spotlight, and that's why I said just for that I'm about to go ham with this truth. And I've been making time for these live streams, and I'm just getting started with the receipts. I gave y'all this little brief little peek receipt or whatever because I am editing that video, and I know it's taking forever, babies. I know it's taking forever, and I'm not trying to leave y'all hanging. I am busy. I have a bunch of other things that I'm doing, and but it don't hide the fact that everything that I'm saying not only is the truth, but it's also a lot of it has happened in real time. And because it's all connecting what's actually happening on my end, he ain't think that I would highlight it like this. I don't know who he thought I was. The days of me cowering in fear from you, like, sir, are over, dead and gone. You threatened my life. I left you. I no longer care. The little scared woman who used to just cower and cry in corners after those arguments, the little scared, shaking, panic attacking like Callie, who used to be like, oh my God, he's gotten violent again. What's he gonna do? She's gone. She's gone. It stops. It stops. And I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how far it goes. I don't care what even happens. I will always be here for my baby. And you can't even say I'm doing these types of, insane. I mean, if you want to call these streams insane or unhinged, that's an opinion. But you can't even say she's doing all that around the baby. No, I'm not. Because when I'm with the baby, I'm with my baby. I'm not going to live stream with my baby. I'm not, it puts like, wait, I mean, I know some people do family channels, whatever, so I'm not trying to throw shade, but I could never be like a family, YouTuber, because when you're with your baby, you're in the moment. I like doing those little highlight reels, when I'm with my baby and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. And like, y'all who have small kids, our kids are active. You know what I'm saying? They want to, walk around. They want to explore. You know what I'm saying? They want to be, cuddled and played with and just chill and vibe all day. And my mind doesn't go here. It's almost like it's a time and a place for everything. It's almost like there's a time and a place for everything. But when that baby's with me, that baby with me. Ain't no focus on nothing else. But the minute them exchanges happen and I got these days in between to myself, okay, it's back to business. Just like during that withholding period, you thought you were breaking me down. You thought you were going to make me crumble. You thought I was going to have some type of like mental break or whatever because you made me miss my child's birthday. No, it's okay. I told my family everything that was going on. We made up for that baby's birthday. And what was I doing that whole 3 months? Documenting, getting shit ready, preparing shit for court, whatever. Still prioritizing my end on court. You know what I'm saying? Told the guardian everything. Okay, bop. Okay, T, vibe. And what else was I fucking doing? Doing my fucking mentorship for this real estate license. Seeing about getting back into school for the fall, okay? Stayed on top of business. Doing these little like remote, like freelance, like, editing, jobs or whatever. Doing all that. Doing that work from home stuff, okay? Building Traumatized Girly, okay? I kept it pushing because remember when I told you guys earlier, it's like I saw my path splitting. Okay, I could either choose and stress because, mind you, I had made police reports about the withholding and all of that. Okay, I could either choose and stress to break down over this case and lose my mind over it and totally consume myself with it and get sucked into it without, I'm happy that the 26 is happening, but fuck, it wasn't looking that cute for the longest. You know what I mean? I could either mentally consume myself with fear, frustration, and all that, and trying to make myself hurt instead of taking the time to document and actually process everything the way it has been so that this next day can happen. I'm actually happy that I did the latter part because that actually ended up being a better way. Or I could let that take care of itself and still what I can do for myself and keep myself established. Because remember, I'm the whole unstable, erratic one. I'm not the mom who cleaned and cleared out her family home and is able to help and prepare her family to sell said home. Right? Think about the allegations and think about all the things he's not saying that are actually true. Right? I'm not the mom who did that. I'm not the mom who built my baby a beautiful room and nursery right beside my room, right? I'm not the mom who's about to go back to school in the fall for real estate. I'm not the mom that does these little work from home, like remotely, like mommy jobs, whatever. I'm not the mom fucking building Traumatized Girly and doing mindset content. I'm not the mama who just came back with like fucking Life of a Free Spirit Full Throttle. I'm not the mama who used to always be posting baby content and stuff like that. I'm not the mama who left this man and kept me and my baby okay, regardless of wherever I was for the entirety that I had my child. I can't be that person. that person has to be smeared. Because only in a system where you lie this goddamn much, we got to think about what you're not saying and why you're not saying it. And that's exactly why. And this is why I always say, enjoy your frequency. That's exactly why when the Guardian was last, saying anything in regards to this case, all that man had to say was, that pack and play though. Because it's almost like when I showed up and spoke to him myself, it's almost like I put to rest a lot of false narratives and allegations that were spun. That's why certain things were never even brought up, and certain things weren't even, a big thing. Because I owned my shit of it, which was the 3 weeks, okay? And all you gotta do, once you own your shit, you're good from there. I owned my shit of it face to face with that man. Because I knew. I owned my shit. I sat down with that man and I looked just like this and we talked. And I told him, I understand how that looks, but that's definitely not my intentions. And I've given you some of my, doctor's notes and everything from during that time period. And I told him I can provide more if need be. He said, that's not necessary right now, but I'll let you know. It's not necessary right now. He's like, that's okay. He was like, that's understandable. So you're going to try to spin this narrative only for that to happen. And so no wonder you're spiraling at pediatrics offices. No wonder you're trying to blow up my program now, because you no longer have an actual narrative for you to stand on in regards to me, because there's a whole lot about me you're not saying. And we all know the reason you're not saying it is because the truth of who and what and everything and all that I am speaks a lot louder than all that bullshit you're throwing my way. Because it's almost like the truth speaks for itself. You should have never done that. You tried to come up here and smear my name as a mother. You tried to spin a whole ton of narratives against me. You tried to withhold my own child from me just for there to be this temporary thing in place or whatever, just for us to review it on the 26th. You did all that yet again just for that. Got my whole YouTube channel in the mix. Like I'm not sitting up here a whole ass public figure. Who I'm hiding from? I take breaks when I take breaks for me. The give up frequency, the give up, I should just walk away and just say fuck it and say fuck the free spirits. That girl is dead and gone. Because I realize, guess what? It's almost like I worked on myself and my mindset. It's almost like I evolved. I realized that was the wrong frame of mind. I should have never. Now, I could have handled that differently. And when I came on here before, and I apologize to you all, but just in case you all feel like you did not hear it from me, hear this shit right now. Hear it right now and hear me loud. And I am talking to the free spirits. I am talking to all of my audience, regardless, past, present, however you feel about me, darling. I'm addressing you right now, doll. I apologize sincerely for turning my back on you guys. I should have never did that shit. I could have did and said some of everything else, but the minute I turned my back on y'all and was pissed and said, fuck y'all, that's when I fucked up. And I know I apologized for it before, but hear me right now. Hear me now. I am so sorry to you guys. Because trust, just like how everybody has to do their shadow work and everybody has their shadow period, I had to deal with that motherfucking shadow. Because that shadow, unlike any hate campaign, was of my own making. And here this man comes thinking he can represent the same type of like fucking boogeyman fear frequency with my child and smear me like I hadn't been through 10 times worse by myself. Take your time with it. We'll all be there, period. We still love you, Callie. I love y'all. I think I missed the part where you turned your back on us. I did. I lashed out. I had a crash out moment. When I wrote on that couch, you know, when y'all helped me get that furniture, I did this fucking bullshit where I was like, you know, fuck y'all. Because I was moving back home. And I lashed out. And then I think I came on here and said some old wild shit like I didn't believe in the free spirits no more. Because, you know, so much that had happened during that campaign, you know, it was really hard to like, bro, I was bleeding numbers. I was bleeding subs, views, money like a motherfucker. I had mods turning rogue every other day. I had all this shit. Mind you, I was on here fighting all kinds of battles. That's why I refuse to argue with anybody online anymore. And it's so crazy. How is it that we living in an era where we all say the same thing now? That's crazy. I guess it's the frequency. But I will never do that again. I see where I fucked up. Just like how with The Guardian, I owned it up straight up. I see where I fucked up. When I give you guys the fucking receipt video, I see where I fucked up. When I came on with the story, I mentioned it. I see how that was fucked up, but that was never the intention. But absolutely not, sir. Not no 3 weeks compared to your 3 months, and that 3 months is on your soul. Okay? That's on your soul, because that affected our baby. That I'm still up here fighting for, okay? Whether you're aware of it, in denial of it or not, that affected that baby. That's on your frequency. That ain't mine. That ain't mine. I'm here to heal my child. I'm always going to be here for my child. But that shit that he did, that shit that man did, nah, I would have never chosen that. In fact, I never chose it. I would have never kept reaching out or whatever during that entire time period. This shit is sick. This shit is sick. And it takes a person who's been through some shit to recognize like the same shit trying to come at me in a different way. Sir, I'm sorry, but who in fuck did you ever think that you were? I am a woman who had to go up against thousands of people daily, losing them, right? I'm talking about 20 plus channels at least daily, right? Losing money on the daily by myself. By myself in that state, right? Who the fuck did you think that you were that you could hold a candle to me? I'm so serious. I know, I'm gonna try to cancel her in real life. Yeah. I'm going to use her own channel against her. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to spin a bunch of narratives about her. Oh, yeah. Never to be seen or heard from again. Yeah. That's a good idea. I'm going to crash out at the pediatrics and try to provoke her for a reaction. I'm going to say that she's a crackhead living in a crack den. Yeah. Like, who did you think you were? I missed it too. You're only human, girl. We understand. I will always love my audience. I will always love you guys. And the fact is, it's still so many of y'all here. Now, what's crazy is I knew I would blow my channel back up once I came back. And piped up about everything. Like I knew that this would kind of spike the channel back up, but not like this. Y'all went ham. Y'all went crazy. And you know, it's a whole different era when even people who claim to hate me and cancel me so much are low key saying the same thing. Even if they're saying it in different languages, even if they're saying it in different ways, even if they're saying like, I fucking hate Callie, but you know what? That baby shouldn't be over there with him. We're all on the same frequency. We're all a community, you know? I ain't got smoke with nobody on this platform. I really don't. Especially not with this man thinking that he's doing something. Honey, all you did was just make me effortlessly live in my truth. Effortlessly. Okay? Now let's talk about this damn, girl, how long I've been live? Ooh, girl, not live for almost 2 hours, chat. Ooh, girl. Oh, girl, well, now we going on. Now y'all got like 12 hours of content. Okay, girl, it's gonna take the girls a whole week to catch up, but that's all right. You know it's serious, even when the haters are agreeing with you. When I skimmed through their streams, I mean, yeah, some of them still don't like me. Some of them still, like, you know what I'm saying, feel the same way and are trying to drag me. But what they're saying about him is a lot, white child. And the general consensus is, and hey, maybe I'm not watching things all the way, and I don't have time, and I don't really care if people are, you know, I don't really care. The thing is, from what I gathered when I looked at those few channels that, you know, y'all mentioned or whatever, including Edna's, everyone's saying the same thing. And lo and behold, you know, even people who claim to hate me so much are still saying, I'm concerned for Callie and the baby. I just want her and her baby to be okay. Oh, well, I mean, if she's going through fibroids, I kind of understand. Man, maybe she should have handled that better, though. Still trash for handling it that way, but yeah, she could have handled that better, though. I'm dead ass serious. Those are some of the comments. What is, I can't get mad. I'm not upset. We're saying the same thing in different ways. Where's the smoke? Hate me so much, say whatever toxic shit about me you want to. Okay, that's amazing, but we're still on the same page. There's no smoke where there's no fire. You know what I mean? Girl, yes, get that 12-hour content. You know it's serious. And then other little, like, shit, I don't have to pay attention to people trying to be obsessively vile. Like, I know what to give my awareness and what not to give my awareness to, and even that doesn't make me pop off. What? Girl, I cannot believe been up here for like almost like 2 hours though, but I'm so dead ass serious. I don't know what this man thought. I don't know. Unbothered. Yeah, it's like, you know, obviously vile shit, like, okay, cool, you just wanted to come in here and try to say some vile shit. It's cool, just block, whatever. Like, it doesn't change the fact of the general consensus. Like, it doesn't change that. You know? But I'm so serious. Like, I've learned my lessons. I have. I've done all of that work. Mindset is everything. You cannot have fear out here. You cannot dim your light out here. You cannot be afraid to speak and tell and live in truth out here. You cannot. Because the minute you dim yourself, the minute you abandon your authenticity, you abandon yourself. And what kind of example is that? Don't you want your children to be strong? Don't you want them to live in their truth? Don't you want them to not allow anyone outside of them to have power over them? Because everybody has a right to live their own life and not allow people of such low frequency try to bring them down. And that takes standing and living in truth, regardless of what it looks like. Good, bad, ugly, and in between. Good, bad, ugly, and in between, child. You didn't choose the situation you're in. No. And I've been dealing with this for about a year. And that's why I was just like, okay. So that's why the minute, like, I was going through that withholding, like, the minute the baby's birthday and stuff was about to pass, I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Let me pipe up. Let me pipe up. Because absolutely not. The minute I saw that, I was like, he's really about to let this happen. I'm like, he's really about to do this. I'm like, you know what? No. 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 I was like, no. And the thing about highlighting truth like this is that it illuminates cycles. It illuminates things that people like this want to, they wish they could keep it hidden. Because if you shut up, if you live in cowardly fear, if you shut up and shrink and all that, they can get away with this shit. I mean, that, yeah, one of these days, I'm really going to come on here and talk about the Brandy X. Lee stuff. We need to talk about that. And I'm probably going to mention it too on Traumatized Girly. We need to talk about it. We seriously do. We really, really do. We seriously do. Because some of those women's stories, I mean, women end up having mental nervous breakdowns when they go through stuff like this. And it's so sad. Like, I need to go over it. Like, look up Brandy X. Lee and some of the cases that she's experienced and some of the people who she's talked to. Or you can just look up, you know, the women who are speaking up about custody battles on TikTok and stuff like that. Listen to these women's stories. Some of these women, while actively in the system, while actively combating in court, have mental nervous breakdowns. The guy's trying to call you unfit. If he ain't broke you 1 minute, now you're gonna break down due to that stress, due to all of that, because you are still in fear, because you are still shrinking, because you are overwhelmed and you don't know what to do, and you don't know where to go, and you're probably going through time without your kids, and he's spinning all kinds of narratives. And then see, now you give him what he wants, you break down, bop, they slap the unfit. It's miserable what happens. Or like I told you guys, the women who they get sick, or you know, they deal with a major surgery. This shit happens. This is real ass life. This is real ass life. The women who go through major surgeries and shit, and they're dealing with a similar thing. The minute that woman is sick, the minute that woman's not doing well, bop, you're too sick to take care of the baby. Because they spin a narrative, especially if you're hospitalized for weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, well, you were in the hospital for all these weeks, so you clearly can't care for the child. They spin all kinds of narratives. The shit that happens out here is insane. And I was just like, you know what? Not me. I got doctor's notes. I got appointments. I got everything. A child plea. I got a whole ass channel. No, not me. No. Hold up. What was it called? Brandy X. Lee. So Brandy, you have that right, middle X, and then Lee, Lee. Look her up and look up the custody stuff and look at some of the cases that she's witnessed and look at some of the women who she's talked to and some of the women who try to work with her. Look her up, bro. She out here making change. She has a Twitter account too. She's out here making changes and highlighting some of the shit that goes on in the system, bro, because she's seen it. And I believe she's been through her own personal stuff as well. But she's a real, like, she's a force, man. She's a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I forgot. But she does work in, psychiatry and stuff, but she also is an author, and she's an advocate. She's amazing, man. She's amazing. Oh, I got a bit, bro. And then go on TikTok. Girl, there's even clips of Judge Judy talking about the family courts and due process shit. There's clips of Judge Judy talking about this. Talking about how a lot of the shadier, people in the systems or whatever get thrown over into the family courts because there's a lot that goes on in those court systems that they want covered up because other court systems are highly publicized. This is a whole ass thing. Yes, my story might be a bit different. And yes, I might even have more favor than a lot of other women are shown. But my experience any less valid, and it doesn't make my recognition of other women any less valid. Look her up. And now, speaking of psychiatrist, child, I told you that at the end of this stream, we was going to talk about that Kendra girl. I might just watch that YouTube video and maybe talk to y'all about it tomorrow or something. I know Wednesday I have to do my Doppler. So I think what I'll do is like maybe Wednesday morning, I'll probably come on here and just like do my makeup really brief and like do my Doppler and everything. Oh, girl, because I'm probably not going to feel like talking or doing shit when I come back from that. And just go from there. Yeah, girl. So like the girl who fell in love with her psychiatrist, like, girl. Okay, let me give you all my opinion on it. Okay, I'm only on story 7 of it. I'm only on story 7 of it. Some people are afraid that what she's doing is like real, and I've heard some people say that, oh, she might be in psychosis, or oh, she might be this or that, or oh, is she doing this shit for views though? Because she's going super viral. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I had to turn her off because some things that she says are just like purposefully inflammatory. And I'm just like she, okay, like what I had to click off on her because what she said, and I wore by, she say shit like this. She say shit like, she said shit like, oh, he mentioned that he likes turtle shell glasses. So clearly he was telling me that he wanted me to buy turtle shell frames. So of course I bought my turtle shell frames and I showed up. And what do you know? He complimented my glasses. And that's when I knew we were in love. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like I feel like I'm being trolled. Like I fell in love with my psychiatrist, and fucking he kept me for 4 years. Girl, it's probably for the views, but I don't know. I gotta check it out. I might watch the YouTube on it because I've only seen 7 videos of. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. We'll talk about it here soon enough. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about her. I think it's for views. I think it's for bullshit. Like, I think, girl, like, girl, their sessions must have been wild. But it's like whenever she mentions the psychiatrist's interactions with her, they're very fucking basic. He literally told her, he's like, we have a professional relationship and that's all there is here. He said the word relationship. And that's when I knew it was real. Like, she says shit like that. And girl, and then she mentioned how she get to talking to the chat GPT. It's like, child, imagine going to chat GPT to enable whatever bullshit this is about the psychiatrist, instead of like using chat GPT to look up breathwork exercises and meditation practices. Like my ass. ChatGPT can be used for so much else, bitch. Like, imagine going to ChatGPT. Yes, hello, ChatGPT. Can you enable my delusions about my psychiatrist instead of giving me the breath work and the meditation work that I desperately need? Yes, I know that I could just probably focus on my breathing and settle down in this moment and release the idea of him. But you know what? No, I want to settle in this frequency and have you enable my delusion. But who knows if that's even true? Not ChatGPT, girl. Yeah, girl. And she called girl. So she calls her ChatGPT Henry and shit. And like, I think her story gets all weird because she tries to act like Henry. Girl, I can't. Like, people, it's like, girl, AI can really be used as a tool to better yourself and educate yourself, but no, what do humans do? What do humans do, child? Girl, like, she calls her ChatGPT Henry, and then she tries to say, well, Henry thinks I'm deserving of a man like this, and my psychiatrist doesn't know what he's missing. And I'm sitting here like, so it's between the psychiatrist and the AI. I think she's doing this shit for views. I know that there are some people who are making more serious type videos on her and like, you know, trying to assess her mental health and all that stuff. I think this shit's on purpose because the shit she says is kind of inflammatory, and I'm just like, I don't believe you. fuck is this, a love triangle? Girl, it's between the AI and the psychiatrist, girl. Because if the psychiatrist don't tell her what she want to hear, the AI will. I don't know. I might watch that 3-hour video though. That's gonna be something cool to sleep to go to sleep with. Girl. We all watching the 3-hour video tonight. Girl, yes, I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna catch up and I'm gonna do everything for my vibe. I'm gonna do everything for my vibe. I had so much fun on this live stream. I'm so happy I came across that receipt. Y'all know if I came across that, there's so much more, and I can't wait to do the receipts video and everything. And I seriously really appreciate y'all, all of you all, from whatever walk of life that we're on, and everything. And I love you guys so much. What time is it, darling? Ooh, girl, it's almost 6:30. I'm gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna cook me some dinner. I'm trying to see if it's gonna rain. We're supposed to be getting some rain soon. It's gonna cool off and like give us a little break from all this intense heat. I really hope so, child. I'm tired. And you know what? You know what I love to do in the summer when it rains? Ooh. So when it rains and we do have that cool off period, like so in Chicago, like you guys know, like how last week, like we were like in the beautiful ass 70s. I love the 70s, child. That's just when it's perfect. But when it rains, it gets so much cooler faster. What I do is I turn my AC on max or whatever, and my AC takes like water and ice and everything. Y'all laughing? I love the little reaction emojis on the side. This is so cute. Oh, I love y'all. I love you guys. Y'all are cute. But when it be in the 70s and shit, girl, I turn this AC on max. AC, it takes like water and ice, and like you fill it every, like 8 hours or something like that. It's pretty fucking awesome. And so I'll turn it up. It's a portable AC, and so I'll turn it up on max, right, when it starts raining, and then I do the central air and like fucking turn it down just a couple of notches, right, bitch. And when it rains and that rain clear up, oh, the house feel like heaven, child. And I'd be so happy. I'd be like, oh, this is what it feels like when the outside ain't trying. This is what happens when we don't let the outside in. Because all that heat and shit, y'all gotta let your shit run like all day or whatever just to have a balanced temp. When it cools off outside and you like turn the air down just a little bit, like just a little bit cooler, it's like you get that, it's like that crisp temperature in the house. It's like that crisp, like I hope it rains because I'm trying to sleep like that tonight. I'm trying to sleep like that tonight. Y'all are so sweet. Thank y'all for the reactions and the likes. Damn, girl, y'all got me up to almost 30 likes. Oh, that's amazing. It's 35 people watching and I have 29 likes. Damn, that ratio is crazy. Thank y'all for everything. I love the little fucking like heart and like laugh emoji reactions to this. This is so cute. Okay, I can fuck with some of these changes. Oh, thank y'all. I love you guys. Y'all chill. I do have a bit of a busy week coming up this week, but I'm so happy I shared that receipt with y'all. And everybody know, and everybody like, and y'all know, like a lot of people from my real life still watch my channel too, just like how my girls. I was like, he should have never did this shit. Cause see now the whole truth about to come out from the beginning to now. Okay, period. And what's the tea? Some of my girls were like, girl, he should have never did that. He was trying to shame you. And I'm like, I know. Like he was really, she was like, he's over here trying to humiliate you. Girl, don't be ashamed. You ain't saying that that's not true. And that's what's crazy. I'm not even smearing his name. I have backs and claims for everything. I'm not even lying on him. Sad, I know. I know it's sad, but he sounds crazy, yeah. And now he's been unraveling in real time, so like I said in the receipts video, I've decided I'm going to include that too. Like when my program hit me up and was like, hey, are you and the baby safe? Because he called us, blowing us up today, cursing us out, talking to HR, demanding for the counselors and all this shit. Like, and they were literally asking, like, are you and baby good? And I'm like, I was out with my baby then when that happened, you know what I mean? But like, and now he's unraveling in real time. And a part of me really, I swear, I mean, there would be, I don't know. I mean, I swear, I think a part of his unraveling is the fact that the way I am conducting myself on this channel, and because you exposed me, darling, without exposing yourself, darling. So now, because what it's giving, I mean, unless he really is having a crisis, because that could be true too. I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll see on today's fucking frequency, right? Sorry, just caught the last 20 minutes. I hope you're okay. Oh, girl, I'm good. Girl, I'm good. Oh, girl, you gotta watch the beginning. Girl, you gotta watch this stream right here. This stream right here, girl. You gotta watch from the beginning. You gotta watch from the beginning. Oh, girl, you need to watch this from start to finish. But seriously, though. Girl, you need to watch this one. I give y'all a receipt and everything. One that I actually didn't need to block out either. I didn't need to block that one out. No names or nothing there. So that was a good one. That was a good receipt. But unless he's having a crisis, and so in regards to mental health, I'm not going to make any speculations, even though the behavior kind of speaking for itself. There would be no need for him to be this angry and this unraveling unless it's because his allegations aren't sticking. There's no need. I'm recording. Congratulations, I am too. Only I do my recording here in front of a live audience where I have actual influence and actual people who back me. I don't need to, we don't spiral in public. We don't do that one. We don't lose our mind at the pediatrician's office. What that girl say off TikTok? We keep it very demure. We record on YouTube, not in public. I will. Juicy. Yes, girl. I gave y'all a preview receipt because from the night before I left him. Because the words, that conversation exchange, it kind of shines a bit of a light on the cycle. Because, girl, he was trying to, we had a whole vile argument, and then he want me to play Susie House Homemaker on Saturday like nothing happened. And I got tired of that damn shit. I got tired of that. We will not have these arguments, and I know damn well what went down. And then you want me to keep the face on for you and your people? Like I'm not the one that just broke down crying in this bed? Like you didn't just upset our baby? No. Absolutely not. So that's a good ass receipt. That it gives you insight. And it's a good way to kind of start off before the receipts video. Demure. Yes, girl. Yeah, we keep it very demure. We don't spiral in public and record and do that. We just record and sit right here and talk to our audience in the comfort of our own homes. But that's right. You don't have no audience. Oh, that's right. Wait. You don't have no audience. You don't have no free spirit. Oh, that's right. Oh, you not the king of receipts. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well, I mean, leave it to the professionals, darling. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, you don't have no audience. Oh, all right. Oh, that's unfortunate for you. You don't have no girls. You just can't go online and be like, girl. You can't. You don't even have no iPad. that the girls recognize after all these years. You don't even have no iPad. You can't. Oh, that's right. You can't go on your little whatever and be like, girl. Oh. Nobody wants to. You say nobody wants to talk to him. Right. Right. Oh, that's right. All right. You don't have no audience. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Some of us just genuinely can't relate. My people still been here. When I was living with him, pregnant, trying to do the whole let's build this family, let's build a home thing, I was committed. And I hope the change in my behavior speaks loudly. Because this is the version of me he's never come across this version of me. He don't know who the fuck Life of a Free Spirit is. He don't know who the Queen of Receipts was. He has reference of that, but he don't know who I... Right? He don't know. Hi, baby. Hey, boo. See, more girls. I have all the girls. Girls who love me, girls who hate me, girls who... I got the girls. Hey, baby. Hey, boo. I hope he sees the difference in my character. To know that the woman who lived with him to try and build that home and build that life was real. Until it became too much for me to fake that funk. Gonna have, oh, you make sure you have your ass. Make sure you figure out where the fuck you gonna be at on Saturday. Make sure I do what on what day? Happiness is the best revenge. And all of you all who have your concerns and everything, you guys are valid, but do trust. Once again, I know exactly what I'm doing. You know, I'm not going to dim my light or dim my truth for anything or anyone, because that's what they expect you to do. Okay. I live in light. I live in truth always, regardless, the good, bad, the ugly, the in between. I live in light and I live in truth. I am who I am, and I am all that I am. And so it is. But I do have much love for you guys and your concerns and everything, but it's just, girl. Dixie, I appreciate your concern, baby. But I know, girl, the Guardian's already seen a lot of this. And I'm not, the thing about this is I'm not saying anything that I didn't already say. And low key, even the receipts video, I'm not sharing anything that already was shared. Even the receipt that I shared today was a part of a previous order protection and the whole criminal charges thing that went down when they asked me, what were some of the things, happening that led up to the whole event. And so I showed them that text. I was like, this is why he's blocking, So like, because my story stands, coherent. I understand and I value all of your concerns, but this ain't my first time at the rodeo. And y'all should know that. This ain't my first time on the rodeo. I'm not smearing. I'm not like lying. I'm not like throwing allegations at a wall. I mean, the truth is, motherfucker didn't expect me to speak the truth. That's why motherfucker's still trying real hard. Record me at a pediatrician's office for what? Spiral there for what? Just for that head doctor to come in there and tell you to calm down? Child, what? We don't do that. We don't do that. I wish I was making stuff up. That's the sad thing. That's the real sad part. it's fucked up that how true all of this actually is. But I was aware of that when I first came public. I was aware of it when I first came public. Because I was like, yeah, this is really, really, really fucked up. But no, I'm not going to let this slide on my watch like I'm some, you know, broken down like person. And I'm not saying anything that anyone has not heard or has knowledge of. Because it's all connected. I'm not saying anything that anyone has not heard. I hope everything works out for you and little baby. Too much stress. I know, baby. And I know we'll be okay. I'm going to keep on focusing on my path. I know that we're just in this timeline for right now. I know that we are just in this era. You know, I had to step back into fucking Life of a Free Spirit, Queen of Receipts mode for this. Because if anything, this is where you speak up. This is where you own your truth. And this is where you stand 10 toes down regardless. Right? Regardless. I've always been a public person. Mind you, when I came public about all of this, I told you all about this last year. If he really thought, and this is the thing, if he really thought or wanted to, or if anyone thought that my channel was like a damage to anything in regarding to this case, that would have been mentioned. He sent the Guardian videos off of this channel leading up to my meeting with the Guardian about a month ago. And the Guardian just was like, that pack and play though. So if it was a concern, it would have been mentioned. And that's because it's not like anything that anyone has not heard or has been made aware of, or not anything that I can't back. It's not like I'm out here smearing or lying or anything. And that's the real sad part. That's the real sad part. I ain't have to work that hard like how he did to spin a whole ass narrative. I didn't have to do all of that. I just came up here and I was like, you know what? This is some bullshit. What y'all think? And y'all was like, oh no, this is some bullshit. Oh girl, I never knew he was like this. Oh girl, he did what? Oh girl, he doing what else? Oh, he trying to do what with this case? Oh girl, what? Girl, what? And we've been here ever since. And a whole lot of y'all are mothers too. Y'all know. The pack and play though. It's gotta suck, bro. That's gotta suck. You did all that just for that. That's gotta suck. And I'm over here, I'm like, I'm still getting truth out. I'm like, well, wait, there's more. Like, that's gotta suck, bro. That's just gotta suck. They do switch sometimes at a certain point. You think you know someone. You talking about child's fathers. I don't want to spew no limiting beliefs, but I also don't want to invalidate. And I know, and that's the sad thing. I remember that first live stream I did, and it was so many of you guys in that chat who were talking about how you've been through the whole custody thing, and you know it was hell, and it took you forever to actually, you know, win that custody back over your kids and minimize the whole back and forth thing. It's a couple of you guys had talked to guardians before and shit, and I didn't even know. And like, I'm not trying to spew no limiting beliefs, and I really don't want to invalidate anyone, but I'm gonna be honest. I am still trying to discover what this is on a real serious tip. Yes, he's always had this angry, aggressive, like abusive type behavior. But for like, it's what's kind of disturbing, and we recently have gotten here even now. What's really disturbing is the continued anger, the continued hostility, and now the public unraveling in public spaces with DV advocacy groups, you know, in between exchange time. Like, And it's like, what is going on? Like, I get it. You might be trying to provoke me for a reaction you're never going to receive, darling. I love myself way too much than to lower myself to your frequency. If I got to say anything, I'm going to just say it right here. I'm not going to argue with you and all that. I don't even have to argue on here. I just go up here, bop, truth, bop. Right? But I will be honest. It is almost like a switch went off. Especially because it's almost like how this cycle has kind of continued itself through him. He's cycling with himself. You cycling with a woman who doesn't even pay you no mind face to face. I have the right to sit here and vent and live my truth, whatever. I mean, whatever. But when it comes to face and face, and when it comes to that baby, I don't give you no smoke because I see through you, first of all. And second of all, I'm not going to lower myself to your frequency. But you are... I don't know. And it's like, this is a cycle. And this is actually, and this is what's weird. I know how it was when I was in the relationship, right? But I will be very honest that now being outside of the relationship, some of this behavior, not all, some of this behavior, honey, I wish I could tell you, I don't even recognize it. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. That's why when I was coming on here talking to him, I couldn't believe he lost his mind at the pediatricians like that. Talking to the head doctor like that. Talking to the nurses like that. I couldn't believe he did that shit. We were all sitting there staring like, the head doctor's like, yes, you are arguing with me and you're going to need to stop. That's the head doctor of the floor. She ain't got time for shit like this. I'm gonna be very real and we'll see what happens. But I can tell you that a lot of this, especially this public shit, I ain't never known him to you losing your mind in public at the baby's doctor? Trying to block the baby from me? And you arguing with doctors? And I'm just sitting there looking at, and poor baby right there. I got nurses and shit pulling me aside saying, hey, you know, he's giving bitter, never stop showing up. And this is the crazy thing. I don't know what's going on. Everyone is still working with me. I mean, as they should, I'm the mother. But it's like one would think that eventually this crash out behavior ain't giving what it's supposed to have gave. If you crashing out around all these people and all it does is make people more drawn to me, maybe it's not working. He don't want to hit ass. He don't want to hit it. Everyone is still talking to me. Everyone. You like, and that's my biggest point. You did all like I don't even know what he's doing. I don't know what I wish I could tell you all. Oh yeah, I know exactly why. Like I think he's trying to provoke a reaction out of me, but who knows? I'm sorry. It's disturbing. Everyone's still working with me. Everyone's letting me know everything on their end as they can. You know what I mean? No one's blocked me out of anything. Like I said, when he was trying to pull out the phone at the pediatrics office, I'm like, you're not about to get me involved in no unnecessary lawsuit. I'm the one that has the relationship with these women up here. They're the one who have always been used to seeing my face. You're not about to get me to self-sabotage along with you. You're not. because I know what I'm doing on YouTube. I've been through many of court cases and done the whole YouTube thing, and it's never cost me, right? And they've been wary of my channel and the things that I've been saying even before the whole parenting time thing was established. They were already aware. He had already sent them that very first stream that I did, the To My Child's Father video that I did, and I guess a few other videos or whatever. They were already aware of this. So when I first went public with this, they were already aware that I had. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the pack and play though. Like, dude. So maybe that's what's causing the spiral. Maybe that's what's causing the unraveling. I don't know. I don't know. I think he's trying to get you to react so he can go, see, she's crazy. Those days are over. Those days are dead and gone. You did all of this. None of them allegations stuck. No one views me as a danger to the baby. You know it's bad. Sir, you went and raised hell at that whole pediatrician's appointment. Had the responsibility on that day to take baby to that appointment on that day. And I was simply told to be there as well, to follow up on my concerns as well. And they told me to be there. And despite it being your responsibility that day, you chose to crash out to where the nurses and the doctors are coming to me and having me to the side like, hey, keep showing up. Please keep showing up. Please. When I talked to my paramedic friend, when I went on my little date, because he in the medical industry too, I told y'all this morning, my paramedic friend said, don't think that he did all that in that office without it getting reported somewhere. He said, it might not seem like it, but he's like, I guarantee it, because we don't play that. He's like, the doctors and the nurses, he's like, we don't have time for that when we on the floor. He's like, it's actual shit going down. And he said, and the fact that the head doctor had to come in, he said that no. He's like, do not think that all of that happened. He's like, especially with their cameras and stuff being there. And he's like, especially if he made any of those women feel uncomfortable while trying to continue arguing with them. My paramedic friend said, do not think that did not get reported. He says, you'd be surprised at how many people go in the hospital or in doctor's appointments or in doctor's offices and want to act a plum fool. And when they walking out, they're getting arrested. Or they go in these places. He said this, my paramedic friend, say, oh, when they go in and they act a plum fool and then they come back and they on your door. He says, he's like, Callie, don't think that it didn't get reported somewhere. If anything, if it at least got reported to a higher up, he's like, we don't play that, because he's like, we are like, you know, because he's, you know, in the industry, he's like, we're out here saving lives and helping actual people in need every day. We do not have time for arrogant assholes trying to control narratives and control us. He's like, we get it all the time. People try to intimidate us and cause all kinds of scenes. And he says, even as a paramedic, he deals with it. He's like, he's had to have people arrested at their homes because, you know, as a paramedic, like, he's been sent to, like, you know, emergency sites and stuff. So, like, let's say, you know, there's, you know, a victim or whatever with a wound or something, you know, and let's say they got it from arguing with somebody or arguing with their partner or whatever. And this motherfucker wants to try to keep arguing while someone's literally fucking wounded. The paramedics are going to bust through, and that person who's trying to keep the shit going, they get arrested. Because he sees shit all the time too. I mean, he's a paramedic. Of course he would. But Siri, yes, it does seem like he's pushing her for a reaction. Yeah. I've seen cops around almost every time I walk into a hospital. Yeah. Because people be losing it. He's like, you'd be surprised at how many times, like, motherfuckers go in the hospital one way, or they go in these appointments one way, and then when they walking out, they surprised they're getting arrested, or they at least getting a knock on their door. And I'm just like, how are you crashing out? And that's why that old enabling ass house, I swear, like, even his friend's mom, oh, calm down, it'll be okay. No, he needs to be checked. because no one has ever checked him. That's the problem. Oh, poor baby, just an angry little 40-year-old man. Aw. No. He needs to be checked, just like how he was checked by that doctor. The enabling is what keeps it going. The non-reaction is what kind of provokes it harder. I will tell y'all that, and let me tell y'all something. So I will tell you guys this. As a person who's worked on myself and becoming like less reactionary and just like, you know, it's a time and a place for shit, whatever. It can drive people crazy when you don't give them a reaction face to face and you keep your composure, and it gets kind of scary. It does. People lose their minds when you pay them no mind. It's crazy. Hence why I think that's the very reason the very next day after doing this, he called Kids Above All with his nonsense. Because who does that after publicly embarrassing themselves? Already. Oh, I crashed out already, but time to crash out some more. And all it does, like, you think that this is provoking a reaction. You think that this is gonna do some old whatever type shit. And yes, I'm animated on my channel because I'm very entertaining. And this is like my whole frequency. A narcissist. Hey, Blue Intellect, how you doing? Hey, damn, you still here? Too? Shit. All the girls are still here. Shit. That's a fucking throwback. Blue Intellect, girl, it's been years, babe. I hope you're doing okay, honey. Shit. Girl, it's been, all the girls are, girl. See what I'm talking about? But, what was I saying? Y'all know, like, you know, Queen of Receipts, y'all know I'm a little theatrical. I can be a little bit entertaining. I'm always making my jokes because I'm over here entertaining the girls while spilling serious tea. It's a part of the gig, but it don't make me any less truthful. So I know that me being animated and whatever and all that, that's one thing, but it's still me spilling facts. I'm a entertain and kiki with the girls all day. I've always done that. I'm gonna be here with the girlies all day, but I'm still spilling facts though. It's just, I know how to, you know, this is how we engage. This is my audience. Y'all my girl. Y'all know when I be having fresh tea and I be having shit. Yeah, I be coming. I be like, bitch, like, girl, listen to this. I'm no different than any other, like, you know, YouTube personality or public person. But that's kind of like our inside thing. I'm good. Life's been busy, but I'm good. Good to see you. The thunder, the fan. Oh, girl, not the fan. Oh, bitch, should I buy a fan for the receipts video? I need to go up to Boys Town. Oh, that would be crazy. I ain't even used one of those in years. I do want y'all to take it seriously, though, because that receipts video might live up here for a while. Because what I'm going to do is, we are in this timeline together right now. Okay, I know that I've revised a whole era and everything. And I know I've, you know, brought it back to life or whatever, resurrected the whole era. But we are here temporarily, and we are here for the good times, for however long this lasts. However, I will indeed keep all this shit up for as long as it's relevant. As long as I feel that I need to. Because it's all very true and it's all very real. I will keep this shit up for as long as I see fit. And I will stop when I see fit. Because don't think that I'm not concerned too. And if you think I'm not pissed about what has happened to my own baby, think again. But once again, there's a time and a place. Okay? But don't get me wrong, I'm concerned too. But I know I have decorum. I can kiki with the girls all day, but there's still truth here. And there's still real shit going on. And I'm still fighting for that baby all over. Regardless of what anybody says or thinks or feels or whatever. regardless of what the fuck else he might try to do, chill. Okay? But just know that we here, okay? It's your story. You have every right to keep it up or take it down. I believe we're in this era, and this is a bit of a timeline or whatever. But I'm going to keep this up for as long as I personally see fit. Just in case this ends up being a bit of a road, especially with the way he cycles. Especially when it's kind of giving, like, okay, I'm going to tell y'all something else. Because from what I'm kind of noticing personally, and like y'all can tell me if y'all think this too, to me, it's kind of seeming like he's ramping and amping up behavior the minute things turn even the slightest in my favor. That is a part of my theory. I am not certain. I don't know what his problem is. So of course, I go through different theories. But from what I'm seeing, especially as of late, it's like, are you revving up because I'm getting shown favor now, finally, after all these months? After all you tried to do? That's kind of what I'm seeing. And if that's actually what I'm going up against, well, then we need to keep this up, because that means the cycle will try to repeat. And when the cycle repeats, I'll be right here like, girl, remember that shit? And I can reference this and stuff. And then that, if the cycle repeats, I uncovered my own back. That's just a theory. That's just a theory. Doesn't have to make it true, doesn't have to make it anything. It's just a theory. That's it. I don't even know. But I'm like, is he doing this because I'm finally being shown favor and he's on the verge of being exposed finally? Because I've kind of had that thought too. It's like, why are you trying to get a reaction out of me? Why are you wanting me to fight with you in public so damn bad? When the truth just gonna live right here anyway. Oh, right, because you cannot share this out now. You can't share this out now without exposing all of your behavior because more of it's coming out. Right. Right, you ain't think that I was just gonna put it all out there. Gotcha. It's most likely stay repeating while the baby is small, and that's just so crazy. That's so crazy. I don't know what it is about these men losing their minds. I don't know what it is about that. And like how some of y'all said, some of the men do switch. To me, it's like a switch went off and stayed off and is now fucking, like, I don't know, got sparks flying out of it or some shit. Ciao. But I'm gonna let y'all go, girl. I didn't think I was gonna be here all evening. It's 7 o'clock my time, babies. I hope that this stream posts. Y'all got a cute little live from me. He malfunctioned. Literally. Something somewhere, bro. I don't know, bro. But we'll see. It's still unfolding. There's still a lot more to come. There's still a lot more to come. Okay? And now there's more eyes on all of this more than ever. Okay? And I'm right here with y'all. We all in it together. Okay? Everybody now I've gotten everybody on my end. Everyone. Family, friends, whole damn platform. You know what I mean? Everybody is like, we all kind of sitting here like, okay? I'm telling you, this is what they expect you not to do. They don't expect the woman to just like live broadly in her truth like this. And for men who get off on being abusive and silent and in the shadows, shedding light on it is the last thing they want you to do. Because it's the last thing they're expecting. I ain't going to abandon myself. I love myself too much to lower my frequency. He's going to have to enjoy his own frequency. I love you guys. I'll keep y'all updated. I did have fun on this live. This was like more of a fun one. I love it. I appreciate y'all's support so much. Y'all have been coming through. Y'all been running up the channel, running up the numbers, running up the everything. Y'all have been amazing. And I love you guys. So thank y'all. I may come live tomorrow, but if not, I'll definitely be I'll do my makeup with y'all before I get ready to go do that Doppler, because after I do that Doppler, child, I ain't gonna have time for nothing else. But I love y'all. Take it easy. Please be safe. And remember to look up Brandy X Lee. Okay, in regards to, you can search Brandy X Lee custody and all her stuff will come up. Look her up and we can have more conversations, darlings. Okay, I love y'all.